Welcome to the Imagine Not Being Leeds.
Imagine not being Leeds, not feeling this pain, not dancing through thunder, not walking through rain. Imagine not rising with fists in the air when the world turned its back and no one would care. We've lived in the ashes, we've drowned in defeat, but still we stand proud on our battered old feet. Imagine not loving with all that you are. Imagine not being Leeds.
We love you, Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.
We do love you, Leeds. Now then, everyone, welcome back to Imagine Not Being Leeds for your England versus Ghana World Cup watch-along. It is absolutely boiling. I can't be the only one moaning about this heat, can I not? Oh my God, I'm dying. Anyways, I hope you're all well. Please do me a favour, smash me a like on the stream, and please subscribe if you are new to the channel. Much appreciated you sharing it with me, guys. Really do appreciate it. Second game of the World Cup. First one I'm doing a watch along for. So yeah, I am absolutely delighted to be here with you guys. Let's see who's in the building. Tezza, as always. How are you doing, Tezza? Hope you're good. Seems to be a bit of an issue with the stream at the minute. Yeah, don't know what's going on with that. Let me know if you can see what's going on. It seems to be a bit of an issue. You might just have to bear with. Let me know if this is working. Hey up, Darts, how you doing? Can you see and hear me, everyone? Because it's playing up a little bit my end. I can see there's less people on here than there was. Maybe it's working now. Let me know. Andrew's comments just showing this sound. Yes, okay. Now, sound. What it playing up, Andrew, before sound. Hey up, guys. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. Free allows on the shirt. Come on, England, indeed. Tez is in the building as always. Thank you so much for being here, my mate. Top Banana. Evening. How you doing, pal? Tickle those likes for now. Matty, subscribe, please. Thank you very much. Hope everyone is enjoying it. I was enjoying it, Top Banana. It's just a little bit too much now, isn't it? A little bit too much. Just have to close my window as well because loads of youths going past, which is no good for anybody. And says, yeah, there's definitely some sort of issue with the stream. So, yeah, we will see how we go. There we go. Seems to be working now. Good evening, all good, my end. Good stuff, Michael. I hope you're well. Is it playing for anybody else? I hope it's playing for everybody now. It seems to be working now. Any more news since the Scott stream? No, Darts. Nothing else has come out since Scott at Lee's Lens has finished. I keep refreshing, hoping that we see something on Harry Wilson, but nothing as of yet, buddy. Hopefully we'll get something else tomorrow. What's everyone's score predictions for this game then? England-Ghana. Will England make it 2 out of 2? As you can see, team news is out and there's 2 changes for England. I can hear you. Sound, Pete. So there's definitely some sort of subtle problem with it, but hopefully you all can see and hear me okay now. But yeah, as you can see, there's been 2 changes. Jed Spence, would you believe it or not, he's starting at left back. He's coming, and so has Mark Gahey, a player I think should have been playing anyway for England. Stones and O'Reilly. They're going to have Semenyo going down that right-hand side. So Spence is going to have his work out. But he's quick. He's had a good season at Spurs and Spence. And yes, starting in a World Cup. Who would have thought it? Who would have thought it after his poor showing at Ellen Road? I'll say poor showing. He played, I was going to say out of position, but is he actually a left back playing in a World Cup for left back for England? Maybe that is his role. Maybe that is his best position now. Sunshine I can live with. It's the heat and humidity that's knacky. Yeah, that's true. Bremner Ghost, innit? Say me and the missus go to Spain for the weekend next weekend. If it's this temperature in Spain for a long weekend, I will take it. But at least it'll be a swimming pool for my chunky ass to jump into. So it will be all good. But yeah, trying to work and sleep and unbelievable. So bear with me tonight, guys. 3-1 England, says Michael. 3-1 England, that would do nicely. I don't really like the fact that England are a game into the World Cup. And they won. Don't get me wrong, they won the game. Won it 4-2, but they've now gone through the process of rejigging that back four. it's not a good sign. A game into a tournament had all this preparation and game time, and now all of a sudden we're making 2 changes to our back four. So hopefully we'll see a stronger performance defensively, and I think we will. But we'll have us work out. I use no mug, gets about the pitch really well, and is a handful. And Semenyo on that right hand side will be their main threat. Hi, bro. Hope family okay. Hope Dino as always. Hope you're good, brother. Hope family's good, Jordan. We're all right, mate. 3-0 England. That's my prediction, Michael. I am going to go 3-0 England, and hopefully Harry Kane can continue the form of the world's best players. We've seen Mbappe, Messi, unbelievable. Ronaldo, after a bit of pressure on his shoulders, just bagged 2 goals tonight and shut a few people up, I suppose. But yeah, hopefully over Harry Kane to maintain that decent start he's had. Have you broken the internet? Yeah, with my ugly mug, maybe, mate. Hey up, mate. Hope you're well. I'm good, Bill. I'm good, mate. England 3, Ghana 1, you say. Hi, hey up, Rich. And John Pepper's in the building. 31 people watching so far. Smash us a like on the stream. Anything you want to discuss during the game? England, obviously. Bit of Leeds. If there's any news break, let me know. But yeah, I'm not expecting nothing to break tonight during an England game. Hopefully we'll get some news tomorrow on Harry Wilson. Maybe Charles. We'll have to see. I am thinking, guys, Brandt may not happen, but we shall see. They're the 3 that are the closest to happening. Harry Wilson and Shea Charles, hopefully we'll get confirmation this week that they are both going to be Leeds United players. Fingers crossed. Yeah, it's definitely a problem with stream, I think. I'm hoping let me know if alt changes, because currently, it looks like YouTube's struggling, to be honest. My studio and my normal YouTube seems to be very temperamental, which isn't like it. It's usually bang on. Paul Smith, Calgary calling, lads. Got my lucky blue England tracky top on 3-1. A lot of people saying 3-1, mate. Not too many people think we'll get a clean sheet, which I do in this one, and we need one. I was conceding 2 in the first game. I've just changed my top. I had my retro blue, sky blue top on, but it's just so unbreathable. So I've changed to this, which still isn't the best. But yeah, 3 goals would be nice. I do expect plenty of goals for us. I'm surprised and a little bit gutted Rashford in starting. I know he's an ex-scummer, but I prefer Rashford on that left-hand side to Gordon personally. Madueke is starting again over Saka. A bit of a shock there that he's started 2 games over Saka. Saka's sort of always been the sort of golden boy, hasn't he, for England in recent tournaments. Elliot Anderson and Rice, love them in the base of the midfield. I think they're terrific players, especially Anderson this season. And yeah, we'll have to see. Pickford in goal is always a shoo-in. Bill, Strauch and Longstaff leaving from the group chat earlier. Yeah, I mean, said a few bits in group chat, mate, but again, it'll be all speculation, won't it? Until we see out Longstaff, Tanaka, Gruev. I could see any one of those 3 not being particularly happy with the minutes. I know Tanaka got more towards the end of the season, and he's the best of the 3, in my opinion. But you could certainly see why Longstaff would potentially want to leave Leeds United. Didn't get game time at Newcastle, moved on. Heartstrings, it's a big move to move away from them, but he hasn't got that same connection with Leeds United. You could see it happen. Hopefully it doesn't. I like Longstaff, especially if you can get away with having him as a rotation option. There's a lot far maybe even better sides with worse options as a bench option than Longstaff with his experience. Strauch again, I hope gets done, but yeah, I mean, I did a video earlier saying that it looks like there's rumoured chat that maybe his contract talks have stalled. We'll have to see if that's right or not. Again, he has got married. He has been on his honeymoon. For all we know, Bill, it could have just been, don't worry about it. I'm going to resign. Let me just go enjoy, my honeymoon, and I'll be back. And, when you've been at club as long as Pascal has, stand-up guy, there can also be conversation like that happen where it's just a given that you are going to sign, even like Farker as well as contract. We're all sort of what's going on. Sometimes it's just, there's no massive rush. It's going to happen. Let me have a few weeks off and we'll sort it when I come back. That could be an option too for Pascal. Hey up, Matty. Hope you and the family are okay. LUFC Welsh branch here. Get up. Wishing you and your team well. Thanks so much, Colin. I wish you guys were in this World Cup as well. Wales, aka Leeds United. But yeah, thanks for that, pal. Glad you're cheering us on, pal. Aronson, I think will go last year. So yeah, Bill, I don't think he does. I think he stays as a bench option, but I think he'd make a lot of people happy if he did go. I'm quite easy on the Aronson chat, but very quiet, Bill. Very quiet on Aronson. Obviously, he's a player at the World Cup. We'll see if anything materialises. Maybe he gets an opportunity, does well. But yeah, based on last season, maybe his stock's high as it's going to be. So seems Pascal's the one that's digging his heels. Well, it looks that way, doesn't it? It looks that way. Obviously, he hasn't signed a deal yet. The club are eager. We know the club want him to sign a deal, but obviously, if he doesn't sign, we'll want him to move on. But I just hope it doesn't go the other way. I just hope it doesn't go the way of we've offered it to Pascal, and Pascal turns it down and won't move on. You know, that would be a shame for it to go that way and turn a little bit toxic. I don't think that'll happen. If he turns Lee's contract down, hopefully they'll find a suitor for him. I don't think he's going to do that, but yeah, we'll have to see how things go. Jaguar Skills, how you doing, mate? Good evening, Matty. Hope you've got the AC on tonight. Nope, I've not. I keep having to close the window as well because I live in a nice area, as you can see from most of my videos, and the youths are just, honestly, it's like Teen Bloody Love Island. It does my head in. It's a lovely place. St Aidan's, if anyone knows it, in Allerton. It's gorgeous. It is a walk and a nice lake at the bottom. But honestly, if I say there's probably 500, you know, lots of youths go up and down here. When it's hot weather like this, it's a nightmare. Watched your video earlier. I think Strout rumour is because he's on his... Yeah, I mean, I know that, Jaguar, yeah. I know that. It's easy to put two and two together and come up with the wrong answer, but it's definitely slow. It's definitely something Leeds want to get done and haven't been able to do it for whatever reason. And it could just be as simple as he's away. Wants to enjoy his honeymoon, and then after that, it'll come back and he'll get resolved. It would be nice for that to be the case, because unless we do get 40 million for Strauch, which I don't think happens, I think if we move Strauch on, we're not going to... It's not... for me, I don't think you can sell Strauch for, 30 million and bring in Krejci for 30 million. Sorry, I don't think it'll work like that. I think we'll end up overpaying potentially more than what we're getting for Strauch. And I don't think the quality will be as good. I really don't. I'm here to give balance up the Ghana. Ghana, lol. Can everyone still hear me? I genuinely think there's a massive issue here with this stream. There certainly is some sort of issue. I'm trying to go on the stream on my phone. It's just loading and spinning and spinning. I feel like it's definitely some sort of issue. Oh. Oof. My word. I am absolutely sweating my off. 5 from 5. What's that mean, mate? 5 from 5. 5 out of 5. Yeah, it's certainly not right, is this stream? 5 out of 5. Really annoying me. Really annoying me. Yeah, see, seemingly Pascal's rejected. Yeah, I don't think that's the case, Sean. I don't personally think he's rejected anything. I really don't. I know that's the rumour going out there now. Means I can hear you, our sound. Good. Can hear you, mate. Just freezing every so often, but all good. Yeah, well, that's the issue. Yeah, I just don't know why it's freezing. I don't think it's letting anyone else come in either. There's certainly some sort of issue with the stream. I'm watching a few streams earlier as well on YouTube. It seemed to do the same thing as well on theirs, which is less than ideal, to be honest. We paid a lot for Big Bren. I wonder what we'd be offered. Don't see another Premier League club coming in. No, he won't go to a Premier League club, Colin. Will you right with there? If Brendan Aronson did move on, certainly wouldn't be up to a Premier League club. I would suggest MLS, to be fair. But I wouldn't imagine they'd pay what Leeds would want. I think Leeds would probably want a decent fee for Brendan. But again, you've got a year left in his contract, and he's the one no one's been talking about. There's been no talk at all from any credible source or uncredible sources, really, about Brendan Aronson signing a new deal. Does that mean he'll go? It's quiet. Does that mean we'll get a move for him? But I'm not too sure. But again, whether you rate Brendan or not, it's not a player. Again, you want to, the contracts to run down. We can't be in the habit, in the business of letting contracts run down. So it's important that if Brendan is staying, he signs a new deal. And for me, his job role will, his squad sort of role will change next season. It really will. He's been a starter in that attacking sort of final third. For me, looking at the plays we're looking at, whether we get Wilson or we get Brandt, you can clearly see where Leeds are going next season in terms of the quality in that final third. Brendan, I think, will have to make way for that, but potentially just in a in a squad position as opposed to leaving the club. Fine now. Cheers, Colin. It seems to be running a bit more fluent now. Please let me know if that's the case. England are unbeaten versus African teams at World Cups. Cheers, Paul Smith, for that, buddy. I think that will continue tonight as well. On square ball, they tiptoed around the Pascal's rejected the offer, cause wants more money, but you never know. I am with you. I hope Pascal leaves the right way. That's it. I hope he doesn't leave, but if he does, I hope he leaves the right way, 100%. It's his longest serving player, isn't it? Longest serving player. Had all that time with Bielsa as well come through that way. I'd be devastated if it went wrong for him. Don't you think Aronson goes to one of the promoted teams? No, I don't, Chris. Not at all. I don't think he goes, to be fair, Chris. I don't think Brendan goes, mate. I really, really don't. Farker loves Aronson, so would like him sold if we get midfielders of quality. Yeah, he does. He's a big favourite of Farker. And you know what it is? I am a massive Brendan lover, but I'm certainly not a hater. You know, I've criticised him in the past, but I think he's had a decent 2 years for him, really. And I want Farker to have a bench full of players that he trusts, and he trusts Brendan, and he can give him instruction. He can go out and execute them to the best of his ability. So I don't mind him being a bench option. We had bench options last season in Buenanotte, people, players he didn't trust, players who were on the bench and never had a chance to come off the bench and impact because he didn't rate him. At least he rates Aronson. And whether you think I'm talking shite or not, at least our manager will have someone he can turn to in certain games and go, right, you can come on. You can, we need a goal. You can press. You can try and win the ball back high. Or we lead him on a defender lead. You're good at defending from the front and bring him on. So I don't mind that. Had a couple of small power cuts here, Matty. Wi-Fi a bit hit and miss. Is that Michael Keithley? I assume in Keithley. Yeah, I mean we've had no power cuts here, but there's certainly some iffy, something not going on. Going too right. So yeah, just let me know if alt changes on stream because, like I say, I think it's been a little bit temperamental. I usually have it on my phone at side. Just to sort of check that there's no sort of interference. And we're proud of it. We are proud of it. Matty, what's the latest on Wilson? Good to see you. Good to see you too, Steve, my mate. Hope you are well. Latest on Wilson is, for me, it's going to happen. It just hasn't happened yet. Positive talks. It's been nothing new since the Athletic reported this morning, Steve. Nothing else has come out outside that. Adonis Starr did a piece on X as well, sort of talking about his contract. It's a long contract. It's been called a long contract. No specific time frame on that, but I would suggest if you're calling it a long deal, Leeds have put towards him. I don't think it's 3 years. I think 3 years is probably standard of what you'd offer a 29, 30-year-old. But I think the fact that they've overemphasised it's a long contract, I think Leeds must have offered him a 4-year deal, which is, some people say crazy, but I think some things you've just got to do to get the deal done. And we've probably gambled a bit on that he'll still be good in 3 or 4 years because he isn't someone you'll have for a year or two and sell on for big money. Someone like Shea Charles could be that option. Who's to say Shea Charles will go from 25 million now to 50 million in a couple of years? That ain't going to happen for someone who's 29 years of age. It's a bit of a gamble giving him a long contract, but yeah, positive talks. Obviously, I speak quite a bit, Steve, about things I hear. Not everybody else does who has a channel, but, again, no concrete, but by all accounts, he has been at Thorpe Arch. Although I've heard conflicting reports. I got told he was there last week. I've heard he was there yesterday. I would be gobsmacked if we don't sign Harry Wilson. I'm expecting it any moment. I just hope it doesn't happen when I'm at work because that'll really annoy me. I still want Pinot to stay, mate. I keep shouting for him. I think he's class. Yeah, everyone's entitled to an opinion, Steve. He hasn't had an opportunity to show if he's class or not, has he, at this level, which is a shame for him. It really is. But I think when you look at the sort of overall picture of Farker being in charge next season, he doesn't rate Pinot in the Premier League. So regardless of whether we do or not, that you're managing these players, he can turn to who he trusts, as I just said there with Brendan Aronson. So for me, he will move on. There's no point keeping him. He's just depreciating. It's not fair to keep a player who's not in the manager's plans either. So for me, he will move on. He moves on with everyone's best will and interest. And I tell you what, Steve, let's hope you sort of looking back going, told you, good player. But I don't think I think he may have kicked his last ball in Premier League for me. What you just don't know is because the here Matt has only got his England jersey on and nothing on. I swear to God, I wish, mate. I don't do that in case I get too excited and stand up. Mate. Yeah, like during COVID. Is it right? Cairns has signed it. Yeah, it is, Roger. Yeah, Alex Cairns has signed a new 2-year deal at the club, which is good news, great news for him. Not massive news in the world of Leeds United, but yeah, I think he's good. He's good around the place, playing cards and all that. There's a lot more than just the plays on the pitch in there. So yeah, I like him. Players like him, the staff like him, and I think he'll probably be doing his badges in background more because he's pretty much a coach at this point as well. Going to be interesting to see who shakes Thomas Partey's hand. Going to be really interesting if everyone knows about Thomas Partey. He was playing for Arsenal a couple of years at Arsenal, I think 2020 and 22. Really interested. The FA have left it up to England players to make their own minds up. I like that. I like that they've not pushed them and said you need to shake Partey's hand. I like that. Be interested to see who actually shakes his hand. There's a couple of ex-teammates in there as well. I won't be shaking his hand, that's for sure. East Coast. Wilson has agreed but hasn't had a medical, says Jared. I've also heard something along them lines, brother. I think we get both Wilson and Charles, but Brant. Yeah, I'm saying, Paul. I'm saying, I know you keep hammering that, don't you? I don't really know where Brant will go. Maybe he'll go there. But yeah, for me, I think we get Wilson and Charles, and I think we get him in the next couple of days, in my opinion. I think we should pivot off Brant and look at Elliott. Yes. Yeah, I'd be all for that, but he's going to cost him a big fee in here, whereas Brant isn't. So while ever Brant's not got a club, we'll stay in there, won't we, Bill? We'll stay in there. The good thing is Pidot isn't trying to force a move, Matty. Yeah, I mean, that is a good thing, Steve. It goes show his character and what kind of person he is. So, yeah, you are right with that. I think he should be because he ain't playing, so I think he should be. But yeah, 100%, mate. He's doing it the right way. She's queen. Long live our noble queen. Ghana fans at the Wales 150th anniversary of friendly work, quality, singing and dancing joyful. Class that, Colin. I always look me to see who's singing and who isn't. They're all singing so far. Madawake is half-arsed. Love Jude. Go on, Jude. Go on, Jude. Class. Thomas Tuchel loves it, doesn't he? He actually loves it. Adopted Englishman. Good stadium, man. Say Ghana's then. Jordan, how old is he now? 47? He's well old, isn't he? Where's Thomas Partey? Scumbag. Yeah, keep your head down. Pidot isn't forced to move because he's currently above his level in my... Yeah, I mean, there comes a time, though, don't there, Bill, where I get that, he's playing above his level, but he ain't playing, so there comes a time where you've just got to put minutes before sort of level, really, because what's point in being, at the highest level of football if you're not kicking a ball? So, yeah, I get that. I prefer players wanting to play for Leeds and fight, not these ones that want out like Vob. Yeah, I mean, Vob needs to go, doesn't he, pal? Vob needs to go. That's for sure. I don't want to see Voba still there, but it does worry me being a left-footed centre half. Right, let's see who's shaking hands here. Roger, the context behind, I have to be careful what I say here, but he's currently got 7 counts of, let's call it, like apples, bananas, and grapes. 7 counts of that assault from his time at Arsenal. So he was denied entry to Canada to play in that game because of visa issues around these allegations that it's now been postponed to 2027, a court case. But it's, I think, 7 cases of that. So, yeah, there's been a lot of talk about whether England fans will shake his hand. It didn't really show you, to be fair, so I've sort of missed it. But, yeah, I wouldn't be wanting to be forced to do that if I chose not to. So I like how the FA's left it up to the players to decide. So, yeah, that's the context behind it, Roger. Crazy how... And I know it's innocent until proven guilty and all that, but, yeah, if you read the stories, it's not looking good for him. Crazy how Spence didn't play for us. Hey, honestly, Matt, mental. And like I say, Farker, as much as he's doing well, he doesn't always get everything right, but also to caveat that, was he in the right headspace at Leeds? Apparently, was a bit of a trouble causer. Apparently, we'll never know the truth. Not going to hospital appointments to meet kids and late to training. Apparently, all sorts of stuff, but I don't actually know if it's legit or not. But I know he's got his head down since he's gone back to Spurs. Had a decent season in hard, tough circumstances, and he's got an England call up. So fair play to him. Fair play to him. We knew he would play. I was buzzing when we signed Jed Spence on loan. I was over at Moon. I think he's a top player, and now he's showing it. Hit the like button, please. Yes, please do. Much appreciated. We need Marshall Semenyo tonight. Yeah, Semenyo, Paul Smith is the bright spark for them. I'm really interested to see how he goes up against Jed Spence, being the pacey fullback that he is. Any news on Darlow and Sam Matty? Sam Byram, no news on him yet. Just obviously Ken's news come out today, mate, and Darlow, no news on Darlow either. A lot of people are suggesting Darlow is going to leave the club, but again, it's just rumours. Basically, he is potentially wrong, and yeah, that's it, Matt. Potentially, you have to say potentially, but yeah, they're not giving him much airtime, that's for sure. That flew over his face there. But yeah, he's been allowed to play in this game, so we'll see. We'll see if anyone sticks one on him. Come on, England. Stadium's a mint. Look at that. Stadium looks absolutely class. I'm starting to warm to Thomas Tuchel. I'm never in favour, really, of a foreign manager for England. I really preferred an English manager. I got right behind Gareth Southgate, even though tactically it wasn't the best. And what I love about Tuchel in that last game, we were winning by a goal. Immediately, Southgate's thinking, what can I do to protect this lead? And what does Tuchel do? Bring a triple substitution, changes both wingers and goes for another goal, and we go and get the fourth and take it away from us. He's more tactically. He's just a better tactician. He's a better manager than Southgate. But yeah, it's a shame because I think we should have won something under Southgate. I think we should have won something in the last couple of tournaments. But with Harry Kane, everything all right, yeah? Still hear me okay? My laptop and internet is not happy today. It's just said my mic's unplugged and I've not touched it. Spence didn't do charity work or players with flair have a hard time with Fark. One of those probably. Yeah, Bill, a bit. It could be potentially either of them. Keeps unplugging. Can everyone hear me okay, yeah? Nightmare. And we're off. Go on, England. I pray if Darlow goes, he won't go to scum. Yeah, Steve, it'd be awful to see him go to scum, mate. I can't deny that. A good few of the Ghana players have played English football. Admittedly, at a lower level, Tuchel has nerves of steel and attitude and his tactical nous to attack. Yeah, 100%, mate. I agree with all that, pal. Interesting to see how gay he partners Conser. Cheers, Bill. Thank you. Keeps something not right with it today, whether it's laptop or my internet. I appreciate you sticking with me, guys. Evening, Matt. I hope you're doing well. Looking forward to this one. Yeah, Duncan, I'm good, mate. I hope you're good, pal. 33 people watching with us. Thank you so much for tuning in. Come on, England. Constant out to Gahey. Bellingham back to Conser, to Gahey. All the Ghanaian players camped in their own half a minute, as I'd expect for majority, trying to spring a counter when they get the opportunity. Elliot Anderson, absolutely love that player. Will he go to Man City for 120 million quid? We'll have to see. Such a good player. Gahey, who I thought shouldn't have been dropped for the first game. Hey up, Bill. Deal with him, pal. Tuchel was divisive in his selection process, pal. What an unusual sort of selection process, but I didn't mind it, to be fair. There were a couple of players that I brought. There were a couple of players I wouldn't have done, but yeah, I thought Wharton staying at home for Henderson were a bit of a bad move, but experience. Madueke. Well, I think he's a good player, but still surprised he starts over Saka. Still really surprised. Out of possession, it looks like that, doesn't it, Paul? Out of possession, but I don't know. I couldn't tell you, to be fair. Can't touch ball, you have the 2.5 minutes in. Okay, diagonal ball out to go on. Rhys James, Madueke, Jude. Tom Brady's old home it is. The best thing is being here watching with you, Matt. I love your opinions and you always answer questions with passion when it comes to Leeds. Keep it up. Thanks, Steve. Really appreciate that, buddy. Madueke on this right-hand side. Thanks so much for that, mate. It's lovely to say, pal. Rhys James come back to Conser. Is Spence on the left? Yeah, he is, Colin. It's weird. He's just sort of found himself as a little bit like Kieran Trippier. He's, always been a right back and then filled in at left back and done okay and just ended up being a right-footed left back on the biggest stage when it is his secondary position. But it's a bad state of affairs, isn't it, for England when, we haven't got a natural left back good enough second game at tournament to be playing there. And we know we go on mad about it at Leeds, don't we? That Pascal and Goodmanson, you need backup. You need players who can come in who are naturally that footed. Otherwise, they're having to turn the body in, and they're not. It's not natural the way they give the ball and receive the ball. But at the top, top of the game, a World Cup, we have a right-footed left back, but it's not the end of the world. But it certainly limits you in certain facets of the game. Like I say, Kieran Trippier had a period of time, didn't he, where he was left back, ball at the top, offside. Yeah, wide anyway. But Kieran Trippier had a period of time as England's left back, which were crazy as well. But we need some better left backs. Spencer on the left. Yep, I had a choice: Yank, commentary, or you. Mighty tough choice. Yank. Instead, you've come to me. Change first letter, and that's what you're getting from me. Sitting here in the parking lot of the vet with my delinquent dog. Oh, but it's not too serious, mate. Going to vets with woof woof. Have you seen the adopted duck with the Scottish flag leading the bagpipe march? Hope he's looked at. No, I haven't, mate. I've not seen that. No. Play on. Get there. Well played. Bellingham at Madueke. No, Rhys James at Madueke. Free kick, England. Dangerous area there to get a decent delivery into the box to attack. Number 8 takes him out. Jude. Come on, England. Come on, England. Come on, England. Come on, England. Yeah, I know, Duncan, me too. Rice, someone who has quality on dead ball situations. Not the best one. Headed out. Didn't beat first man there. Got to be better than that, Declan. Headed out to Madueke. Oh, poor ball. And Ayew comes away. Looking for Semenyo. Well back there. Well back. Anthony Gordon doing his defensive duties really well. If Pascal forced a move, would he go down, in your opinion? If he forces a move, Steve, it's easily done, innit? If you do, maybe, yeah. It's hard, innit? It's a short career. You want to earn what you want to earn. You want your picky where you want to go next, potentially, but you've got to do it the right way. So, no, I probably, it would go down in my estimation if someone forces a move. Well played. Throwing England. I mean, let's be fair. If he tries to force a move or tries to stay and run his contract down, Farke probably won't play him, would he? If that were the case, decent ball out there, Madueke. I think he'll re-sign though, mate. I really do. I just can't see him not at Leeds next season. Come on, England, a bit more tempo. As Joe would say, tempo, tempo, tempo. You're bloody not anywhere, mate. You're a ledge. Tomorrow as well, I've not set the stream up for tomorrow yet. I'll be doing it tomorrow. But yeah, me and Scott from the Leeds Lens are doing a stream tomorrow on here, live at 9 p.m. Who knows? Maybe we'll be talking about Wilson signing or Shea Charles bid accepted. We'll have to see. But either way, even if it is just a general chat about what's going on, if you don't know Scott, he's a top lad. Knows a lot more about football than me. He's a higher IQ than me as well. He won't mind me saying that. But it'll be a decent chat. And we don't always agree either, so there might be a bit of back and forth with us. But yeah, I really respect him and like him. And I'm sure it's the same either way. So yeah, I'm looking forward to a bit of a chat. Something I don't do very often. Sort of a one-on-one chat with another. But yeah, that's happening tomorrow at 9 p.m. So make sure you are liked, subscribed, and notification bells are on so you don't miss that when it gets pinged up to you guys. I'd appreciate you dropping by. By the way, he's really poor for me. Offers very little. I know Michael, but then Ellen Road, he did well, didn't he, against us? But yeah, I agree. I'd play Saka over him. I don't know why he's good strength. Anderson, really good strength there. Pushes Ghanaian off the ball, goes out for a goal kick. England, in terms of a midfield sort of maestro, is them much better than Elliot Anderson? I know some are saying no one's worth 120 million for me. Well, it's ridiculous, but it's inflated because he's English and all that, and he's young. But he is a top operator in that midfield, isn't he? Elliot Anderson, what a player. Newcastle were devastated to have to sell him. They knew where they were going to go. And this is, and don't laugh at me, guys, yeah, but this is why I look at Shea Charles, right? I know he's Northern Irish, so not the English tax and that, but I look at him at 22. The physicality he's got, the dynamism, the technical ability while still being strong in the challenge. He's got a lot of facets that sort of could end up being a player of that level. And imagine if we're signing for 25 and be a little bit more than that now, and a bit of an uproar. He ain't going to start for England. Sorry, he ain't going to start for. It's definitely not going to start for England. A lot of people say he ain't going to start for Leeds, and it's a bit of a, I don't know, a signing that a lot of people won't be too fussed for. But imagine in a couple of years if he ends up being that 50, 60, 70 million pound player, because he's got all the prime attributes and age and everything to maybe do that. So that's why I'm excited about Shea Charles, even if it's not for right now. These players we're looking at for right now are Wilson, a Brandt. They're the kind of players that come in and make a difference now. Shea Charles would be great backup and competition in that midfield. Go on, Declan. Great ball. Go on, Harry. Get rid of it. Oh, Justin dropped to us. But yeah, I'd be happy for Shea Charles to come in, and I do think there'd be a massive potential there for money further down the line. Tuchel annoyed at shouting at them already. Good. What do people think of the Gordon move? Ridiculous. I think Rashford's better. Stroud situation is a strange one. I've never got the impression that he wanted out. Now I don't think he does either, mate. Matty, would you prefer Leeds to win the Premiership or England to win the World Cup? Leeds to win the Premiership every day of the week, Steve. And I love England, absolutely. Especially when I was a kid, England will just, yeah. There'll probably a period of time being 6 or 7 where probably when I preferred England over Leeds. I were massive on England as a kid. Gets a little bit diluted, I think, as you age, done it. But yeah, I'd certainly pick Leeds to win over England winning World Cup. Although we know it'd be massive for England World Cup. Madueke cuts in, left foot, cross, headed out. Back to Anderson, out to Madueke again. Scott's a good guy, like his channel. Yeah, he's really good, mate. Really good. Scott's chatty. Kelly never does short streams. Good lad. Yeah, he don't do short streams. So he likes his about an hour chat every day, chatting about whether it's the nonsense or the concrete stuff. He just talks about it all and gets everyone's opinions. I really, really like him. Someone said to me, Madueke runs so fluidly when he looks running like he's running with jeans on when he gets the ball. Right, Colin. Of all the Leeds content creators, who gets a genuine inside scoops? I don't know if anyone does, to be honest with you. I don't know if anyone does. Graham Smith on the Inside Ellen Road podcast. Good ball. Good cross. Oh, could have been 2-0. Could have been 1-0 there. Nice play that by Reece James on that right-hand side. Got him behind. Nice little cutback. It's cleared. Throwing for England. But yeah, I'm not sure about who gets inside scoops. I mean, I've got, like I say, I've got someone who I know who's sort of involved at the club. I've been about 15 years. But again, he only knows certain little bits. And again, he don't know everything. There'll be people, I know there's content creators also similar to that who knows somebody, etc. You'd have to say Jer's the most reliable, and he'll only speak about stuff that he thinks is really close, won't he? But again, Joe lives in Ireland. He'll have contact, won't he? In terms of doing this for so long. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Some people can make it look like they've got more contacts than others, but I'm not too sure anyone has massive inside sort of info. Ooh. What I'll say is AG from Late Night Leeds, he is friends with Graham Smith. Let's put it that way. He speaks to Graham Smith. So if anything, maybe AG from Late Night Leeds. Have you done a stream with Joe, Matty? He's excellent, very fresh. Oh, mate, done a stream with Joe. I went on the phone to Joe for about 45 minutes a couple of nights ago. We had a chat. Me and Joe are good mates. We're meeting when we got to Dublin again. Met him several times. He won't mind me saying this, but I could get Joe to come on the channel maybe once a week if time frames matched. He'd come on my channel whenever I asked him to. Joe's a really good friend. My sort of thing is, I kind of like what I do. I like sort of doing my own thing. I don't there's a lot of laddering going on, like I used to go on Joe's channel. I haven't done it for about a year, so on Joe Wayman's channel quite a bit. Whoa, which I'm sure he'll be back soon, smashing it again. Fair play, but yeah, I don't really like doing that. I kind of just like doing my own thing, But yeah, I do bits with Joe time now and again. He's been on my channel about 3 or 4, maybe 2 or 3 times. I've done a bit with him as well. But he's the goat, innit? He's Joe. He's really professional, totally different to me. Totally different. We could do exactly the same content and it would come out totally different. So yeah, he's a go-to for concrete news, very professionally delivered. I am literally just an absolute div, really. But we need to stretch the pitch, use a width, pull them out of position, tempo, exactly, tempo. Just seeing the size of the screen. I know, Colin the Massive. That's all right for hydration breaks, isn't it? We're coming up in about 10 minutes. I think 3-0. I think we'll get the first goal and it'll open up. Harry Kane down, head knock, nothing too serious. But could you imagine if it was this side without Harry Kane would be very, very average. Matty John Stones on a free. Would you take him? Yeah, I'd take John Stones in a heartbeat. I'd take John Stones, pal. Yeah, but a lot of people say they wouldn't. Again, I think a lot of people think a player gets to 32-year-old and the legs fall off. It's not the case. But yeah, I would, Steve, 100%. Hey up, Angela. How are you doing? Hey up, Mike. Come on, England. 49ers play everything close to their vest. They do, mate. Even the journos don't know. Yeah, exactly, Bill. There's been a little bit more come out than normal, haven't there? 3 players. And it's not a case of 3 players linked. Three players that are certainly up for grabs for Leeds, potentially anyway. Go on, Rice. Well, battle Declan, whip it in. Well done. Good play. Go on, Gordon. Hit it. Shoot. Anderson, Madueke. Oh, should have gone for that. Cleared out by Ghana. Throw in England. 33 people watching. 26 likes. Smash us a like. If you haven't already, please, let's get to 30 as soon as we can. Would appreciate. Concert to Gearheat. Getting pressed here. Goes back to concert. Reece James. Incredibly gifted footballer, Reece James. Look how he's pinged that ball out wide there, Gordon. Go on then, Gordon. Shows what Barca's paid for. Cuts in. Well back. Elliot Anderson, get it out of feet. Back to Gordon. Nice little switch. Jed Spence whips it back. Go on, Declan. Oh, cleared out. Knocked out for an England corner. I nearly keep saying Leeds. What's going on with Brandt? It seems nothing has been done. I think what's happened is Brandt is because of who delivered the news to us. We all kind of got really ahead of ourselves thinking this is going to happen, and I can't believe it's not going to if it doesn't, because surely he only speaks when he's allowed and when there's stuff really far down the line. He can't burn his bridge with club, Graham. So because of who said it, I mean, if this had come out from someone on Twitter, or if this had come out by anybody else, probably wouldn't have been as bothered. Because it's Graham that said it, it felt like it was the front of the queue ready to happen. Now it's gone really quiet, and we know the interest. It's going to be a difficult decision for him to turn away Atletico Madrid for Leeds. But he's played in Europe. He hasn't played in the Premier League, so maybe the Premier League's the lure here will get it done. Whipped in by Declan Rice. Oh, cleared by Ghana. Out to Reece James. Throw in England. But yeah, I mean, obviously Champions League football is the pinnacle, but maybe the lure of the Premier League, maybe Premier League over European football, something to look at. But the thing is, if he signs for Leeds, this is a difference. If Brandt signs for Leeds, there's a potential that he won't play in the Premier League again. In the Champions League again. Do you know what I mean? Crossed by James, headed out by Garner. So that's something he'll have to consider. If he signs for another team in the Premier League, potentially he would have European football. At Leeds United, you'd like to think if he signs a 3-4 year deal, we'd be in Europe in that period of time. But there's a massive chance we don't. Huge chance Leeds are in Champions League in the next 3 years. So Brandt probably knows by signing for Leeds United in particular. Yes, he gets Premier League football and probably guaranteed. I think he'd look at the landscape and go, I don't think they're going to go down. I think there'll be a Premier League side for the length of my contract, but chances are I don't get in Europe at all. Whereas if he signed if there were, there's been no rumours of Premier League interest, but if there was, there's a potential he can get both somewhere else, So maybe he's just holding out a little bit. He doesn't have to rush it. Sure, he's a multi-millionaire anyway. Ball up top by Garner. Free kick. Pushing the back of Gahey. Corner. No, not free kick. No. Yeah, went down a bit soft there, to be fair. It's coming, says Paul. It feels like it. And then they go, oh no, it's not a corner. Fair enough. Ronaldo was relieved of his goals today, says Roger Slicker. His trademark goal celebration jump was barely above 3 inches. Yeah, he got his couple of goals, didn't he? Thought we were going to have a hat-trick. That free kick with a manoeuvre, really good. You saw a shift in Ronaldo today. You saw a bit of a shift from, a couple of free kicks that he didn't take that he normally would. You could see the media certainly played in his mind a lot this week. And obviously seeing Messi do what Messi's done's not been good for him, I assume. But probably just showing everyone who the GOAT is. This New England Patriots ground, I think, yeah, it is, mate. It is. Is it in Boston, this? Is it Boston? Out from England throwing on this right-hand side. Conser. Elliot Anderson. Out to Spence. Outside at Foxborough. Gahey. Come on. Step it up a bit. Oh, risky there. Ayew again. Ayew's all right, man. How old is he? We'll have to look how old Jordan Ayew is. I feel like I started watching him when I was a kid, but I'm sure that's not the case. Jordan Ayew. 34. Who's he play for? Born in Marseille. One of them playing for his. Who's he play for? League One. Still at Leicester. He's at Leicester? No way. So if he's still at Leicester, Jordan Ayew. League One, Leicester. Yeah, man. Love that. Let me get some predictions in as well. What is people's thoughts? I mean, without looking into it of who we can get, and because I haven't massively looked into who we can meet, what side of group, sort of draw on and stuff. But where do you think England get, in your opinion? Where do you think they get? You'd like to think you get to the semis and you see what happens. And what would you say? I mean, I'm going to say quarters, maybe semis. If Harry Kane wasn't in this side, I don't even think we'd get that far. I really don't. I think Harry Kane's absolutely pivotal to everything about us. He's the only genuine world-class. Him and Bellingham are the only two genuine world-class players we've got for me. But yeah, where do you think we'll get? I'm going to say quarters, me. Yeah. We're at Palace, one of you. Yeah, it says it's Leicester now. Hydration break, is it now? After 21 minutes? Not an hydration break, no. 2 minutes till hydration break. Ridiculous. Just have it now. Ridiculous. Oh. Do you think we'll see Harry Kane again as well in 4 years' time? I do. I think Harry Kane will play in next World Cup. 36 years of age. I can see it. There were talk saying that Lionel Messi may go again, and Ronaldo as well, after saying he won't. There's been reports that yesterday Ronaldo will go again because it's going to be in Portugal, Spain, and somewhere else. Could you imagine Ronaldo going again at 45 years of age? Ridiculous. England can go all the way. Might under Tuchel. I mean, yeah, Paul, to be fair, under Tuchel, he's going to be difference maker in those tight games. I was saying quarters or semis, but then I really liked how he impacted the game from the dugout in the first game. So actually, yeah, maybe we can. I just think there's been a lot of talk about England and the golden generation as well, saying why didn't they win anything? What people forget is how good the other sides were. You know, why didn't England win all? Got knocked out by Portugal. Yeah, they had Figo, they had young Ronaldo, they had so many good players. And like now, you look at it. Messi smashing it. Argentina's scored 5 goals. He scored all of them. France and Mbappe's on fire. It's just tough. It's a very, very tough. Regardless of how good our players are, how good the Premier League is. The Premier League's also only really good because of some of the the foreign players that play in it. It's not just the English players. So yeah, I do look at the landscape and think, yeah, we've always had a decent league. We've always had decent players, but so has everybody else. We are in we're 4th best in terms of ranking, so we're in and amongst it. But yeah, it's tight. It's very tight. France, Zidane. Some players they had Henry, Makalele. Some players are golden generation has had to play against. Being told that they should be winning everything. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Brazil, Ronaldinho, R9, some right players. Yeah, that's the one in it. Spain, Portugal, Morocco. You can certainly see him staying on for that potentially, can't you? Roger Slicker, what are your thoughts, Matty, when our loans turned up again at Thorpe Arch for another campaign? Depends who it is, doesn't it? I mean, I wouldn't be fuming if Joffrey, came back and played a bit of pre-season, saw him in a lead shirt again, and then he moved on. He's the one I could stomach, although I don't think he's good enough for Leeds at the minute. But yeah, if you're on about Harrison and Vauber in particular, I won't lie, I'll be fuming to see them in a lead shirt. I ain't gonna boo him, but I'll be fuming. I don't want to see Harrison back. I don't want to see Vauber back. But I've got a feeling we're going to see Vauber in pre-season. I've just got an awful feeling. And if it's in Ireland, when I paid that money and travelled there, I'm not going to be happy. And I know he's a Leeds player, and you got to support him and all that. But I'll just be honest with you, I won't be massively happy about it. But again, good performances change opinions, don't they, mate? How would you feel about it, pal? There's a chance that England can meet Scotland in the last 16, mate. Oh, that'd be a good one, Steve. That would be an hell of a game, that. We'd love that. Our lass has gone out. I'm having a... Go on, Paul. Why aren't they having a hydration break now? In it at 20. Yeah, exactly, mate. Could have had it then, couldn't they? Go on, Declan. Win it. Bellingham. Back to James. Into Anderson. Nice football. Bellingham. Go on, Jude. Do something, Jude. Robbie Keane was saying Keane gets better. Yeah, he does. He's one of them players, and he's never been massively quick, so it's not like he's going to lose that yard of pace. He's just such a smart footballer. He's so good. Reece James. Well won back, Anderson. Well won back. Semenyo into Anderson. Free kick, England. As long as you don't meet Norway, you will be fine. Yeah, well, Norway are doing well out there. I don't expect Norway when they come up against one of the bigger nations, I expect Norway to go out. I mean, I don't foresee. You never know. Honestly, I've loved watching you. I've watched both your games so far. Norway, I think you've been exceptional. Nothing, short of what I expected. But yeah, if you play France, Spain, and England, I think you're struggling then. But there is some sides. I mean, Brazil don't look massively worrying at the minute. Germany, but I think Spain, France, Portugal, England. I don't think you'd beat one of them teams. But then again, I don't know when you'd meet us either. But yeah, hydration break. Here we go. What's your thoughts on the use of laser technology as a method of travel by using light or dark matter as a starting point? Martin, I ain't gonna lie to you, mate. I don't know if you're being deadly serious there, and I'm just a daft twat, or I don't know if you're taking piss. But genuinely, I don't care. I just don't have a clue, mate. I don't care if you're taking piss. Joke's on me. I'm a bit of a joke anyway. But I have no fucking clue what that means, mate. I really don't mind. Martin with a Y. No idea, mate. Bill does, or Bill's not happy. I don't know who this person is, but he's getting on my tits as well. Spamming it. So, yeah, how do I get rid of him? Or is that you, Bill? Can you get rid of him, Bill? I don't know how to do it, mate. Get rid of him, Bill. I'm not keen on Vauber or Harrison. A waste of a contract. Exactly, Roger. And we there, brother. Good question, this Steve. Firing tonight and on all cylinders. If Ethan was English, would he be in the England team? He'd be in the squad. He wouldn't be starting. He'd be in the squad. He'd probably be in the squad over someone like Henderson. Although I do think he's there for experience. Henderson's been there and done it, hasn't he? But yeah, be in the squad for me. I think that'd be a bigger sort of loss than maybe even a DCL not being in there. But yeah, if Ethan was English after the season he's had, I'd be massively shocked if he wasn't in the squad. But he wouldn't be starting. I don't think he'd get many minutes. I think that Elliot Anderson and it's hard to be competing with those sort of players. For me, in my opinion, mate. Only chance we meet Scotland in the last 16 is if they beat Brazil and continue their run in the World Cup. I don't think they'll beat Brazil, will they? I banned him, and I've known how to do it, and I banned him. I wasn't sure if you'd done it, Bill. So he's out of here. Go put your spammy comments somewhere else. Nobody cares. Scotland, Brazil. Come on. That's worth staying up for. That'll be on just as we are finishing our stream, me and Scotty Boy tomorrow. 9 wild 10-ish. I'm going straight into watching the Scotland game. There's Mr. Beckham, look. $40 people watching. Thanks so much for tuning in. Please smash us a like on the stream. Not overly important, but who is Pirro eligible? Oh, mate, he's played for someone, is it? Who is it? Who is it? He's played lately. Pirro international duty. Suriname. They almost qualified for World Cup, didn't they? I'm playing a full 90 minutes. Playoff loss to Bolivia. Yeah, they were nearly trying to get to World Cup with Syria. I've never heard of them. Okay, if Rodon was English, would he start for England, Matty? No, Rodon would not start for England, mate. No. Whoa, ball out. Keep it in. Well, unlucky Gordon. Unlucky Gordon. Pascal might start for England if he were English. Left-footed centre-half and all that. He might. There's a lack of left-footed centre-halves for England, isn't there? But yeah, no, Rodon won't start for England. Although, don't get me wrong, I don't think our centre-halves are what they used to be, mate. That's for sure. You know, you look at even like Rio and Terry, you know, Sol Campbell before him. We've had some really good centre-halves. I think it's our weakest area of pitch. And Constance had a brilliant season. Gay, he's moved to City, had a really good year. But they don't. If I were looking, you know, if I were French and looking at England's side, I'd still think I'm going to be able to get at these. I don't think we're as good defensively. Imagine if Haaland chose England instead of Norway. Oh, honestly, you've got Haaland who are Sorry, guys. Haaland was born in Leeds, so could have played for England, although he's represented where he were brought up and obviously his dad's country. But you've got him and you've got Musiala as well from Germany, who's absolutely world star. You've also got Semenyo, who's playing for Ghana tonight. Like, obviously represented Ghana before he sort of made it. I think he was playing for Ghana when he was still at Bristol City. Probably never thought of his rise being quite as big as it has been, because Semenyo will be playing for England now if he were, you know, capable of playing for us. So there's quite a few players, Haaland, Musiala, Semenyo, and many more, I'm sure. What about Gabby, Matt? Yeah, Gabby Goodmanson, potentially. That left back, maybe. Yeah, we'll go Gabby Goodmanson. Gabby Goodmanson start for England. We'll go with that, mate. I'll give you that one. I feel like you wouldn't have stopped until I agreed with one. But yeah, maybe Gabby. Conte brings him down, play on. Harry Kane. Yeah, I had to give him one of them, didn't I? Had to give him one of them. Free kick, get the Ghanaians. 31 minutes gone, still 0-0. No clear-cut chances for England. I'm looking, thinking, how's that Jordan Ayew? He ain't bleached his hair. He was bald before the game. I just realised he got a bandage on him. It just looks like a fucking M&M. Funny. From a distance, anyway, you can clearly see it's a bandage when they zoom in. How funny that. Jordan Ayew just punches it up towards the edge of the area. Headed out by Gahey. Free kick England. Well played. Careful with that hand, Mark. Careful leading with that bloody hand. Give an handball away. Where does Jordan Pickford rank for some of you guys in terms of goalkeepers in the last, say, 30, 40 years? Since 90s. Where's he rank? Obviously, you've had Seaman. We've had Shilton, Seaman, David James, Robinson. Had some decent keepers. Had some not so decent ones as well. But I think Pickford's got to be up there, right? I think Jordan Pickford's been class. No, I just like your opinion, mate. Mrs. Dunt. She hates my opinion. It's interesting following Somerville's recent trajectory, 50 million international goal machine and championship club. Yeah, I didn't think he'd go to this level, if I'm honest, Roger. I really didn't. I kind of thought he's a one-trick pony, cut in and hit it on the right foot. It's all right being a one-trick pony. If it's successful and you can't be stopped, then fair enough. But I just thought, as he go on Madueke. Go on, area Jude. Oh, well blocked, blocking everything out there. Well played. I kind of thought as he got higher up the sort of levels, it wouldn't look as good. And he had his period of time last season where he looked brilliant. Spence far post to Kane, headed out again. Good strength there. But yeah, I mean, for Netherlands, I didn't think he'd struggle for Netherlands in this tournament, to be fair. You know, the games he's played in, I expected Somerville to have an impact and, you know, a couple of goals. Is it 2 goals he scored? Goal and assist, it might be. He's doing well. Doing really well. 8th. What? Who's 8th? Goalkeeper. Pickford's 8th. Love football chat and are all welcome with opinions and questions on Leeds or England. But if you are a numpty, you get timed out. What about Bill? If I'm a numpty, what? What about if I'm being a bit of a pudding and I'm talking shy? Like, to be fair, you should just cancel me. Nice ball, that. Anderson, great ball. Go on, Jed. Get on your bike. Out to Gordon. Bit more direct, a bit pacey. Come on, get at him. Step over. Cuts on his right. Good ball. Oh, get it out. That was better. Bit more intent there, England. Miles better. Ball right back to Jordan Pickford. Inyo. That'll better, Gordon. Want to see a bit more of that from you. Everything England do well for me is started by this man. Great ball again by Anderson. Good tackle there by Garner. Well recovered. Yeah, when Anderson gets on ball, he's always first thought. He's kind of look up and can I progress this ball? I love that. He's a great player, Zilla Anderson. Look at Joe. Go on, Joe. Run him down. Yeah, well pressed England. Throw in on this right-hand side. Stepped it up a level now. Need to. Reece James. Into Anderson again. Love about Elliot Anderson. You know, still, I'm actually lyrical about him tonight, but sort of just really this season stepped onto the world stage. Let's be fair, you know, right now he's like, and look at him, he's bossing game, he's dropping deep, he's picking ball up, he's involved in everything good England do. I love that, and he's relatively new to that sort of level, isn't he? But he looks a top player, and for me, he won't stay at Forest much longer if beyond this window. Great player. I know it's all hypothetical, but how would Big Sam manage England if Southgate didn't replace him? Interesting. I don't think we'd have got nowhere near, mate. It'd have been 4-4-2. I don't know. Interesting. It lasted a game, didn't he, Roger? But yeah, he's he maybe wouldn't have managed us either. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think we'd have been as successful. I don't think he'd have had a long reign either. But I didn't mind it when he got job. Obviously, it was a while ago anyway, wasn't it? But yeah, I never thought of that, Paul. I don't really know what to say. Go on. Got past him midweek on this right side. Chip back. Oh, headed over. Just too high for Declan Rice. Headed over. Nice positive play there by Madueke on that right-hand side, though. Matty, we have had some good strikers play for England. Could you give your top 5 starting at 5? I'm going to go in my lifetime, mate, yeah? I'm going to go in my lifetime. So... Oh, you're asking me to go backwards is tough. It's tough. Very tough. I'm going to go Lineker 5. Owen 4. Shearer 3. Wayne Rooney 2nd. Harry Kane 1st. That's where I go. Harry Kane's number 1, Rooney's number 2, 3 Shearer, 4 Owen, 5 Lineker. I don't think that's a bad top 5 in my lifetime. Kane and Rooney are 1 and 2. They've got to be. Owen were unbelievable. Owen were unbelievable from late, those late 90s into early 2000s. Michael Owen was unbelievable. A lot of people forget how good Michael Owen was. That goal in '98 against Argentina. I remember as a kid, 11-year-old, jumping around the house. Unbelievable player, Michael Owen. So yeah, that's what I'd go. I think Kane has to be number 1. He's unplayable at the minute. He's Harry Kane, and it's one of them where nostalgia and that sort of retro vibe, you always think more fondly maybe of players that are retired, and I think that's sort of always the case. Like, people might say Pele is the best that's ever lived, and maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, there's still that talk because, Messi and Ronaldo are still playing. Getting to a point now where, people say Messi's the best, and sometimes when you're still playing the game, it's tough to be sort of mentioned along the greats. But I firmly believe Harry Kane is the best striker England have ever had in our entire history. I really do. I think he's just the best player. He's so good as Harry Kane. And fair play him, because he's not the most naturally gifted, and he'll be first to admit that. It took, he didn't burst on the scene at 16, 17 like Wayne Rooney. He had to go on a loan to Leyton Orient, and he on the bench at Leicester in Championship, and yeah, he went sort of the long way around. But when he got his opportunity at Tottenham, my God, he delivered. And he's been outstanding for England for 10 years now. I really like Harry Kane. Honestly, I've never had this before. Is this what happens when you do England games? Because it's just really annoying. Really, really annoying. Mensah is quite a bright lad. And now the top 5 Leeds strikers, mate. I'm only doing them in my lifetime. In my lifetime. So, what's so hard as well about doing Leeds is it spans over different divisions. So obviously Beckford's going to be in there. It's tough, that. Tough. I can't do it in backwards. Go on, Declan Rice. Viduka is number 1. Yeboah number 2. Lee Chapman number 3. Beckford 4. Good ball in. Maybe Robbie Fowler number 5, which sounds ridiculous, but not at Leeds, but just in terms of how good he was as a footballer. But yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I probably butchered that one, to be fair, mate. But Viduka is number 1 for me. It's a tough one, that, though. Yeah, Shearer, Kane, Rooney. Owen's got to be on that list. England aren't interested in scoring goals. This is like watching Leeds play. They are making Ghana look good. Yeah, George, it's a bit of a shame, isn't it, compared to what we saw in the first game. What we've done is we've sort of shored it up a little bit more, but then it's, we know under Bielsa, don't we? Leeds, it was sort of gun-ho. We'd score goals, but we'd concede. And that 4-2 win for England, Thomas Tuchel didn't like the chaotic nature of that performance for me. Whereas as a fan, I sat there and go, yeah, we conceded 2 and it's not ideal, but I like how we went for it, killed game. I've got 4 goals. I want to see England attack. We've got the players for it. This is a lot more measured, a lot more patient, a lot more risk-free. We're not really... good ball, that. We're not really gambling and trying to stamp us authority in terms of showing that quality in final third. We're just quite happy holding, keeping possession, knocking it about, getting out wide, try to pull them apart. Go on. Whoa, well done, Declan. Good pressing. Oh, free kick. He's caught him there. Did he? I thought he won ball. Ghanaians down here. Yellow card for Declan Rice. He's unhappy about it. It looks like he's caught him. Good pressing, that. Good pressing. Nice urgency there by Rice. My dad said best English striker was Jimmy Greaves. Rooney was comparatively injury-free, but seemed to retire early compared. Oh, yeah. I mean, I think there's a massive difference in lifestyles. That's quite evident in it. One's had a paper round and a half, and the other one is still going strong. But yeah, when he retired, Rooney, 34. I mean, last couple of years he was playing lower down when he played at Derby's last season. He had more to offer, but you could see as Rooney were aging, his body was changing. I can imagine Rooney had to be very strict in his peak footballing career to maintain physically. Oh, Semenyo's done well there. Semenyo's cut. Oh, can he get shot away? Oh, good defending there. I think Conser got a foot in there, did really well. Who's back there? Go on. Anderson fighting there with IU. IU's going to try and win it out. Well played. Anderson wants a throw in. He's going to go their way, I think. No, can't now, Matty. It's hard, mate, to give any award to a scummer. It really is. Sorry, Matty, would have time to do that. No worries, Bill. It's fine, my mate. I know how to do it now. Yeah, right, yellow card. What is me in the engine room in the middle of the pitch? He's going to have to put himself about in it. Semenyo with a throw in. Fair play. It's a good one. Comes back out. Semenyo on this left hand side. Should have got a shot away early on last opportunity. Playing well. Wins a corner for Ghana. What year did you first start getting into football, says Fernie? I'll be honest with you. My first memories of football, I didn't go to a Leeds game in my childhood, to be fair, till I was like high school age. I think I was about 12 when I first went to Leeds. I come from a rugby league background. My family's all rugby, to be fair. So I've always preferred football to rugby. But I always went to every Leeds Rhinos game home and away. Never went as a family. I started going with Priestley, my best pal, when I was in high school. Odd game with him and his granddad. But my first memory, IU with a corner, I'll let it out, is Euro 96. That's my first memory of football. Watching football and really enjoying it. So I'll have been about 9. First proper memory of having an importance in my life with Euro 96. Sort of the emotion, the hype. Obviously, I followed Leeds prior to that, but sort of, that was the first time I really remember liking football. So England has been massive in my life, to be fair. I love all tournaments, but it's certainly diluted now, and I am as much into it as I used to be. Leeds sort of dictates and rules my whole life. But yeah, the early 90s, I remember being like 5 or 6, my uncle watching games on TV, and I watched the odd game and stuff for Leeds. Got the tops and that for Christmas, but it was more rugby. It was more rugby. John Sheridan, your Boa top when I was maybe 6 or 7. John Sheridan was saying in the 1980s that Billy Bremner would invite some 1970s players back for tough training sessions. Bates, Coop, Yodoff and Hunter. Really class. I love hearing all stories. Absolutely love them. If you ever get an opportunity to go to like a dinner with, an evening with, you should always try and get there. Gordon Strachan's an absolute hoot. Well done, corner ball, England. Well done, Jude. It's a great ball, that by Gahey. Great ball. Come on, Declan. Good delivery. Rhinos are smashing it, and Sevo knows where the try line is. Yeah, he's a phenomenal finisher, mate. Absolute beast. Doesn't have to run more than like 5-10 metres to score his tries, does he? It helps having a good inside centre in Nash Hanley, who's just phenomenal this season, getting ball out to him. Come on, Declan. Good delivery. Who's there? 2 Ghanaians, unfortunately. Headed away and cleared by Ghana. Yeah, it's funny how it's turned now because I don't get time to go to Rhinos anymore. But the wife's a massive Rhinos fan. Me and the missus met when we were both 13, playing at like a junior Rhinos event. And me and the missus used to stand 13 years each. Both of us 13, by the way, holding hands in South Stand. So that's how we met. And then we went away, had a life separate to each other, then came back in each other's lives 8 years ago. But yeah, the missus is a big rugby league fan. She played for England Barla at university, I think it was. And she also coached her. She was player coach for her university team in Buxton. So yeah, the missus is a massive rugby fan, and she hasn't got a choice for Leeds United now. She's had to learn to love football, being with me, like. But she'd always, when we first got together, first couple of years, it was a toss up between who could win if Rhinos and Leeds were on the same time. Used to do my head in. She always want to watch Rhinos, but obviously I'd always want Leeds on. In 1974, me first game at Ellen Road, just trying to picture which players you were brought up with. Well, my sort of most first successful time at... Go on, Jude, keep it in. Goal kick. That'll be it. My most successful time I remember, obviously, the early 90s. I was 4, 5, 6 year old. I can remember stories and stuff, and I remember watching Odd Game on TV, but I can't remember getting, sort of rolled up in the hype of doing what we did in the early 90s under Wilco. Unfortunately, just before my sort of enthusiasm for football came. So mine took a while. Mine were like in my early teens, under David O'Leary. I say I was born in 87. We had that spell in the early 90s, but really it was those early 2000s, which were my best memories. Say, massive Viduka fan, love Lee Bowyer, loved Eric Backer. Olivier Decour, he's probably one of those players I always call one of my favourite Leeds players. I thought he was unbelievable when we signed him. But yeah, that was the year that I look fondly back on. Sevo was out for 12 months. Yeah, came to us, then he got, I think it was an ACL on Boxing Day. I'm sure it was Boxing Day in pre-season or something, ACL, and then we're out for full season. So it couldn't have happened to a nicer guy the season he's had. He seems a lovely guy. And go on. Kane, get shot away, left foot. Corner ball. After the season he had last year with problems, like I say, it couldn't have happened to a nicer bloke actually having the success he's had this season, mate. Paul Smith, first game at Ellen Road for me was 1978 with my mate Napton, who is now a DJ in Lanzarote. I love that, mate. I love hearing these stories. Yeah, I mean, I know John Sheridan is Matty. Steve. I'm Matty. Corner ball. So we're over the 2 minutes. Added on here. 3.5 or 6. 6 added on, isn't there? Yeah, 6 added on. 3.5 minutes into the 6 added on. Corner for England on this left-hand side. Really good at defending the box. Ghana at minute. Really struggling to get him behind. It's a near misses under Revit that rankles me. Yeah, for as good as we were, mate, they didn't win as much as we should have done, that's for sure. That is for sure. Spence to Gahey, out to Conser. Bit more urgency England when you come out second half, which we had under Tuchel in that first game, didn't we? Came out and had a bit more. You're spitting out some names now, Stevie boy. Go on. Madueke. Screaming to be brought down there. Go on, Reece James. Push it. Good. Well played, Anderson. Spence went out for it. Throwing for Ghana. What's with that chin strap he's got on? I think any one of them will get rid of one of my chins. That 4 bodies round Madueke. He had no... Thing is, he had 4 bodies round him then. Could he not try to release it to someone? Because that meant there were a couple free, but yeah. Hey up, Duncan. My first ever game was on my 11th birthday. 3-0 win at Chelsea, 1978 under Jock Stein. You went to your first game at Chelsea? Class. Love that. Shez liked a free kick and a drink. I think they all liked to drink, didn't they? Tell you who likes a bloody drink now, Mel Sterland. My God, he likes a chuffing drink. He's an absolute hoot. What I'd do for a night out with Mel Sterland and even Gordon Strachan, just it's hilarious. Hilarious. But yeah, Mel Sterling can't sup. Jesus Christ. Back to the goalie for Ghana. Oh, he's gone down there. Oh, nice pressing that by Jude. Has he stopped now? What at Jude? Free kick Ghana. Yeah, pressing by Bellingham. Yeah, what a free kick. I like it. He's putting himself about some player. Priestley is in the house. The Onion. Feel like after this game, Madueke will take his mask off and it's Brendan Aronson underneath. Class comment, mate. Class comment. Oh, funny. Can you get enthusiastic with Paddy McGuinness skulls? But I know what you mean, but I ain't going to lie, Roger. I don't mind it. You know. I really like the overlap. I really, really like the overlap. Gary Neville as a pundit with Carragher does it, doesn't he? With Ian Wright, Roy Keane. I ain't going to lie, I like watching the overlap. Jude Bellingham having a bit of a... Whoa, go on. Loving it. A bit of bite for the second half. Very harsh on Aronson, mate, but it's Priestley. He says what he thinks. It's still funny. Might be harsh, but it's funny. To be fair, is it harsh? Madueke's a better player than Brendan Aronson, isn't he? Come on, he's a better player. He might be one of the poorest players in the England squad, but I'd have to say Madueke's better than Aronson. I mean, one player at Arsenal's just won title. You know what I mean? I don't think he's that harsh, actually, Duncan. It's said harshly because he says it to me. He's saying it to be a bit of a twat. But I once got a punch off Vinny, and he brought us all a beer when he saw who I was within the Peacock. Hold on, I once got a punch off Vinny. So Vinny Jones punched you, and then he bought us all a beer when he saw who I was with in the Peacock. Right. So basically, what you're saying is, Paul, you're an hard one, and you know some hard people. Vinny Jones cracked you, which is unbelievable, by the way. That already makes you the most famous person I know. You got a hit from Vinny Jones. Did it hurt? First and foremost, did you take it well? Because that's pretty good. Then he saw who you was with, and then decided to buy you a drink, and you put the shit up him a bit. I like that. I live in Sheffield, Matt. I used to go to the local on Saturday night in Stirling, Shut, Chapman, Weatherall, and the boys were in great nights. I can only imagine how good they were, Fernie. I can only imagine. All scummers, but a good show. My Carragher is annoying. Yeah, I agree. I do enjoy it. You know what I enjoy? Regardless of being scummers, and I just enjoy football chat between mates. Whoever they are, as long as they're mates and they get on and they bounce off each other, I think it works well. You know, that's why I think Late Night Leeds does well with me, Boss Nass and AG. You can see with mates, you see there's no narrative or agenda there. It's just, we just want to chat about football, you know, on here, and it works well when you're with good people. So regardless of being scummers, you know, I'll admit it, Wayne Rooney, biggest scummer going, wasn't he? Absolutely love Wayne Rooney for England. I ain't even joking, I loved Wayne Rooney playing for England. In the height of his Man United days, I didn't give a shit. I totally separated that because of how good he was for England. And I got so excited for certain tournaments, you know, especially when he came through. Even when he signed for Man United, I weren't bothered. So the whole scummer thing, it holds some weight, it does. But if you're good people and you make me laugh, or you play for England and you perform, unlike some other top players who never perform for England, no matter how good they were for the countries, then I don't mind it. But yeah, you've always got to just remember, scummers, and just try your best to look past it sometimes. I meant Madueke has been so bad. Yeah, he hasn't been the best, has he? Best midfield for Leeds was Batty, Speed, McAllister and Strachan. Yes, I think that's some midfield, that, buddy. It's hard to beat that. The real class of 92, yeah. The red side of Manchester try and have that tag, but nah, we are the real ones. This has been a shocker from England. We should be beating Ghana. Yeah, you know what it is, George? Still second half to go. You saw a better performance in the second half last week. I expect it to happen again. Tuchel's a great man manager, a great tactician. He'll know what's going wrong and be able to tweak it, you'd imagine. But it's all about peaking at the right time in tournament football. It's always about peaking at the right time. We won the first game, scored 4 goals. We're not, famous last words, we're not going to get beat today. You know, we're going to go through. You want to top the group, but we're going to get through pretty much 3 for most groups get through anyway. So these games for me are just fine-tuning things, trying to get. Look at that. The entire Ghana team, 77 passes. Ezri Konsa, 73. Mark Gahey, 68 alone. Goes to show you we were playing most of this football, though, doesn't it, guys? Our 2 centre-halves have passed the ball between them 140-odd times. Too much. That ball needs to be played a bit higher up. We need to coax them out a little bit and then get him behind. But, yeah, I think we'll be fine. I stood on Vinny's foot, and he was with Noel Blake, was with the old service crew lad stomach punch, and it did hurt. I love that. As if he just stomach punched you for standing on his foot. It's a right story. It's a right claim of fame. Go on, Paul. Love that. Vinny Jones always speaks highly of Leeds. Gary Mack was his replacement. Yeah, I mean, so sad he only lasted a year, Roger, innit? I watched his documentary other week. Me and Arthur watched it. Really sad. So you looked at him at Wimbledon. He was that thug, you know. It was borderline thuggery at times, wasn't it, in those days? And he was sort of seen as that player. And then he come to Leeds and he totally revolutionised the way he played. And he came and said, right, I'll show you I can play now. And I think he had 1 booking pretty much most of the season. Scoring goals, worldies as well, some of them. Top draw player. And then when I kind of think he lost love for football after that, to be fair, when he got moved on from Leeds. Sheffield United, Chelsea, bombed around a few clubs. Retired at about 33 for Hollywood. Had a fantastic career. But I do feel like Leeds, he found his home at Leeds, even though he wasn't from Leeds. You know, he found a home at Leeds and never really looked the player again after that. Did he get 1 England cap? Did he get an England cap? Oh, Wales, when he get Welsh, when I always forget that. I think he played for Wales, didn't he? A couple of caps for Wales or whatever. But top player, Vinnie Jones, and really showed that season at Leeds. We're really unlucky not to have more time. But Mr. Howard Wilkinson had different thoughts. Tuchel better be regarding picking fringe players and leaving the more experienced ones at home. Yeah, I mean, well, if it don't work out well, if we don't get to a semi-final minimum, it could get hammered for players who left at home. But you got to remember, people like Foden, Palmer, they didn't deserve to be on the plane, but are the difference makers for moments like this when you're struggling to break down a defence potentially. But it still plays good enough to go do it. But yeah, I know what you mean, George. There's going to be a lot of people hammer him if he doesn't get it right. Then he also let a few of us in the players' bar when he went back to Wimbledon. He loved his time at Leeds. Yeah, he did, buddy. Does Tuchel have enough ideas on how to beat a team that? Yeah, I would say so, Duncan. I would say so. More than what Southgate has, pal. Saka in a second striker on. Yeah, I could see it. Give it 10 minutes and then get those wide men changing. For me, that'll be a sub that happens every game for me. You know, unless we really try to keep it tight. But for me, when it's a game like this, straight away Rashford goes off. Rashford comes on, Saka comes on, and immediately I think levels go up. Then I think there's more. It'd be a positive change. That Strachan joining Leeds at 32, 33 until he was 37. Out of 8 out of 10 every week, yeah. So there's a lot of talk in there about Leeds currently looking at a couple of older players in Wilson and in particular Julian Brandt. Again, Pablo as well is a good example, Roger. Sometimes it's about here and now, and sometimes people look at a 30-year-old and you think you're over-ill. You're not these days. Not these days. You know, the top players can play for longer. And yeah, if you can get 3 years out of someone at 29, 30 of their best ability, some will say you're in your prime at 30. Some people might be, Michael Owen weren't. Michael Owen were done at 30, on his way out, lost his pace, lost that sort of ability that he had to beat a man, lost that. Some players don't ever have that, so they don't lose that. And Brandt's one of them. He's just a technically gifted football, similar to Luka Modric, can play the game at his own speed and sort of slow stuff down, know his move before he gets it, the next move and stuff. So sometimes he doesn't have to be a 20-odd-year-old in his prime who's got selling ability, someone who's quick, and don't have to be that. And you're right, Gordon Strachan came in and was absolutely superb at Leeds United. Absolutely superb and went on for maybe a bit longer than what everyone would have imagined him to. And yeah, his age wasn't a problem at all, was it? Like I say, even joining that late on in his career. The Vinnie Jones volley against Hull, unbelievable goal, mate. Unbelievable goal. Vinny could actually play and shoot. Very strong in the air too. Very good player. Anderson, 100+ mil. Dog Ash. Bellingham is doing a Melier. Robbo, I love you, mate, but I don't get any of that. No one's worth 100 million quid, by the way, apart from the missus. She's lovely. But yeah, I thought Anderson being the best player on the pitch, mate. Being the best player on the pitch. Brought a play up, being the one to play that Freddie ball, that diagonal ball. I think he's been sound as Anderson. I think Bellingham's put himself about. I don't think Anderson and Bellingham have been two poorest players at all, to be fair. I think they've done pretty well that half. It's hard when you're playing against a team that are camped in their own box and keeping it tight. It's difficult, but we've got the players and they've got to go do it, haven't they? But again, I even contemplate whether to do a watch along tonight, because very much like friendlies and stuff like that, I'm not massively asked about of England. But like the group games, we won first game, I enjoyed it. Second game, we're sort of going through motions until knockout stage, and that's when I think everyone fine tunes and everyone dials in then around country. If you're not already, when it gets to knockout football, you dial in for that. So yeah, I was sort of, it is what it is. We score today, I'll be happy. We win today, I'll be buzzing. But get to knockout part of the tournament, and then it goes up a level, doesn't it? Spencer's playing well, Robbo. He's playing well. Justified his decision to play. He's doing well, mate. He's getting on ball a lot as well. Tuchel. Really? Manchester United were all about the youth. Busby Babes, class of 92. Leeds going through the motions with their youth investment, says Roger. Oh, right. Don't disappear. 41 of you. I bet there's not 41 when I come back. I'm off to get a drink. Hydration break. Give me a minute. Hey, Jude, don't make it bad. I'm gonna wait. He's back. Oh, 40. Who left you, bugger? And we're back. Guess what I'm drinking in this weird cup? Might have a cheeky lager. You know what it is? Lager shandy in that cup. Who drinks? Look at that. Check my hard drive. Shocking that, innit? But yeah, Foster's. I don't even drink. Very rare. And if I do, it's usually a fruity cider. But yeah, I've got Foster's on top of my fridge for ages. I think it was for Mrs. stepdad's birthday, and we never give him, so they've been there ages. So yeah, I put Foster's in the fridge earlier. I thought, so I got some lemonade, and I'm having a lager shandy in this cup. Weird, but yeah, I like a shandy. I really like shandy. When you have fish and chips, right? Don't you think it's the law? You've got to have a Ben Shaw shandy or a dandelion burdock. That is the law. It is. I can't ever imagine having. I had fish and chips today, so I had a can of shandy. I had a fish butty from Chippy earlier. Because I couldn't be arsed cooking, even though it was too hot. I had to send stepdaughter to a fish shop. Can you imagine working a fish shop in this? Anyway, I got a fish butty and a can of Ben Shaw shandy, and then instantly I thought, well, I've got to have another shandy later now. So I put a can in the fridge, bought some lemonade, and now I'm having a nice cold shandy. I can't drink lager these days, but yeah, a bit of lemonade in there. It's all right. Might it was that you singing, I thought, one of the bit. Yeah, you did earn the tin. You did earn the tinny open, mate. No flies on me, 100%. I've never had it with cloudy lemonade, Robbo. Just yeah, cheap diet lemonade. England back to being England again. Shite and boring. Honestly, hope you get to the semis so we can smash you. I love that fighting talk. I love that as well. I'd like nothing more, Norway Whites, to be playing Norway and have you in chat. I'd love that. But to be fair, I'm pretty sure Leeds being Leeds, we're all cheering on Norway anyway. And we are. And I love it, me. Like, the gaps altered, hasn't it? I think you look at the big nations, the usual suspects, they're going to be there or thereabouts, yeah. But you look at Norway and you think, they've got, you know, there's potential there to go do something, you know, who historically don't have the players to go deep into competitions. There's a few sides like that, and I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I think I got the right ratio of lager to lemonade there. Rich Bradford. Yes, Shandy. It is, isn't it? It is. Always. Shandy lol. Foster's is okay for driving. The question is, it's scraps or bits? It's scraps, Rich. Scraps. There's no question about it. Bits. What is that all about? I know scraps look like little bits, but it's scraps, mate. It is. I need a beer, but the bar is downstairs. Get yourself down, Robbo. Get yourself down. Can't wait for the Scottish Tears tomorrow. I mean, I honestly think the Scots can get something from Brazil. Am I wild? I think the Scots can give Brazil a game. It's not the Brazil of old. Can you keep Vinny Jr. and Rafinha quiet? It's going to be tough, but 85. Is that what it is? Is that I went about 40% lager and 60% lemonade. 15% lager. You're not doing that, you. That might be the official amount, but you're not doing bloody 15% lager. I went about 40-60 in favour of lemonade. But it tastes all like that. But it's my second shandy at night, so my top might be coming off later. It might be getting cancelled. 2 shandies on a school night, Matty. What are you playing at, lad? It's absolutely sweltering this. Literally got a paddling pool for kids, filled it up with water. It's now just covered. Now it's just grass. I can't even see. It's just grass. It looks like a football pitch. I'm sure there's water underneath all that grass now. In, out. But I think I'm just going to nosedive into that paddling pool. Well, yeah, paddling pool full of cold grass. All right, okay, yeah. Definitely me, Shandy Pants. You know what I'm like, mate. Let's say. Showing Watkins on pitch. Are they just showing him for any reason? No, he's not coming on, as you know. Not yet. Maybe looking at someone who could unlock. To be fair, though, Watkins is a player who likes to get on shoulder and get him behind. The camp in the box too much for Watkins. At the minute, it's going to take something special to unlock him, but give it 10 minutes and hopefully he'll make some changes if need be. Roger Slick, a cup of tea after fish and chips cuts through the grease. I don't drink tea or coffee. I don't drink hot drinks at all. But yeah, probably does, mate. It probably does. I don't even eat fish and chips a lot either. Believe it or not, for a fat lad, I don't actually like greasy food. I don't like stuff cooked in oil. I'm a bit weird like that, but I right fancy fish and chips tonight. I really, really will. I don't like the chips massively. I can have a couple, but yeah, I really enjoyed the fish butty tonight. We will win. I've just discovered tartar sauce. I've literally just stumbled on it. I've swerved it up until being 38 and a half years of age. And I thought, sod it. I'm a sauce guy. I love sauce. I am well bad on sauces. Probably why I'm so big. Sauce all the time. But like, I'm going to try this tartar sauce. Bought a sachet. Well, nice. And I don't think you can have it on all else. I don't think, other than fish. So I've had a few fish butties lately when I wouldn't normally even go to a fish and chip shop just so I can have tartar sauce. And where has that been all my life? Call them fish bits on the wrong side of the border where I am now. Yes, Peter White. Get on the other side of the border, pal. Rashford should be playing. He should. He should. I don't think Gordon's looked too good considering Jed Spence hasn't done bad on that side. I might need to turn the AC down a bit here, Matty. What, you take it, Mick? Are you take it, Mick? You're a bit too cold. You're telling me, Paul, you're a bit too cold, pal. You're a bit too cold. I don't want to hear that down here, mate. Right, got to kick off the second half, going left to right. Come on, England. Robbo, love the Shandy Bass or Daniel Burnett with fish and chips, but tangy, zingy, cloudy lemonade works. I have to try that because I love a cloudy lemonade, mate. Absolutely love a cloudy lemonade. Nice play. Jed Spence, great football there on the left hand side. Oh, what are you doing? Declan Rice, you're just a shit. Calvin Phillips. I can't believe we were singing that to him when we went 5-0 down at Arsenal. Well, we sang it the whole time last season. Remember when they won a conversation, 6 years ago? Yeah, 4 years ago. Remember the conversation that Phillips were better than Rice? And there was actually a genuine conversation that was possible. And maybe was, at that time, he was better. But yeah, you're just a shit Calvin Phillips. Funny. Give me a pint of the Cal, says Bill. Gearhy. Nightmare. Our lass had this little handheld fan thing earlier that was amazing for about 3 minutes, and then I was just like, yeah, it's blowing hot air now. But yeah, it's tough here, mate. Can't beat a fish cake butty from the chip of my furniture. That's something I've had it before, fish cake, but I'd never think of getting a fish cake butty, I won't lie. But I'm bad, right? So I got a fish butty, a sachet of tartar sauce, a bit of ketchup on side, a small curry and a small gravy. So you know when I speak about sauces, I am sauce mad. I literally had like 4 sauces, plus loads of vinegar, to the point where when you go to eat it and you breathe, it makes you cough. You've got to smother it in vinegar. I'm not massively bothered about salt, but the vinegar, literally, if I don't eat it and cough because it's so strong. But yeah, tartar sauce, gravy, curry and ketchup. That's fucking mad, that, isn't it? That's what I have if I have fish and chips. I've told you all before, if I have a full English breakfast, I have a dollop of brown sauce on the right-hand side of my plate and a dollop of red on left, or other way. I'm not really bothered, but I like to have a bacon, an egg with tomato sauce, and my sausage and hash brown with brown sauce. Weird. Sorry, I shouldn't be saying all this. People just think I'm a weirdo, if you don't already. Elliot Anderson, great ball. Oh, headed out. Yeah, Jed Spence wins a final for England. Back to Gearhy. That's Semenyo. 1-1 with Bellingham. Well done, Jude. What a challenge that is, Jude. Well done. Love Bellingham, me. Absolutely love him. All right, comes back to Semenyo. Just a class baller, isn't he, Jude? Absolutely. He's one of them players. Him obviously plays at Madrid. I don't keep tabs on him week to week, but he's one of them players for me. He'll just always deliver for England. Not even 23 years of age yet, and is this his 50th cap? They were saying before game. 50 caps for England before he's even at 23. He could genuinely go on to win 150 caps if he stays fit and stays in form. It's crazy. Is this a cooking channel? No, mate, it's not. It's a bloody saucy channel, though, especially after 9 o'clock. Funny. Oh, nice little breeze there. Oh, yes. Love that challenge, Jude. Hey, Jude. Judy. Come on now. I reckon he'll make a sub me on about 55 if it doesn't change. Well, I think he'll mess about. Yeah, Paul, he's a class above, isn't he? Paul up at top. Oh, Gordon, what are you doing, Garner? Oh. Anthony Gordon, I know you're not a defensive player, but you need to be putting your body in there, lad. Absolutely bounced away. Where's your strength, man? Big chance for Garner, that. Oh, poor defending that by Anthony Gordon. Tuchel picking that non-Premier League player. Has it been done for penalty shootouts? I forgot his name. Ivan Toney. He's a top player. Good ball up at top. Anthony Gordon, can he keep it in? No, he can't. Goes out for a goal kick. Yeah, Roger. I'm going to be a big. It's always been a big debate since the squad were announced. Paul, that by honestly so weak. Great defending. Yeah, I tell you what, Robbo, you're right. Jed Spence said again. Fantastic cover there for Gordon. Needed to be. Yeah, Ivan Toney, quality of penalties, non-look penalty taker. We all know he's famous for them. But I do think in certain moments in this, when you need a goal, I'd much rather be bringing on Ivan Toney than potentially even a DCL, which is an unpopular thing to say for some. But I do think he's got that killer edge. He's a bit more, he's a bit more of a killer, a bit more of a monster up there if we need it. But he ain't going to play many minutes. It's going to be Kane and then potentially Watkins getting game time. But he's there for if it becomes tight. And yeah, penalty shootouts, he'll certainly get subbed on in injury time for that, in extra time for that for sure, mate. But he's a good player, he's Ivan Toney. It's just when you're playing out in Saudi League, it sort of dilutes where you are in your career at that moment, doesn't it? Unless you're Ronaldo, who just plays 90 minutes regardless. Out to Jed Spence. Cuts back in on his right-hand side. Gordon into Bellingham. Back to Anderson. M&S do large custard cream covered in chocolate for a £5. I don't need stuff like that in my life, mate. I won't make it to 39. Matt Gahey. Free kick England. On that right-hand side. Come on now. A bit of urgency, England. This is absolutely turgid at the minute. You need Rashford and Saka on, I think. Madueke, that was absolutely baba. The AC will open up for us. The game will open up for us. Patient AC at 22 now. Just chilling, eh, Paul? Just chilling. Have you seen me? Are you just chilling though? You all right, mate? Yeah. I'm sat here. Yeah. Red hot. With a warm shandy. With sweat on my top lip. Sweat in the middle of my chest. And I'm stuck to the seat. I'm absolutely stuck to my leather seat. Appalling. I'm chafing, sat down. How do you do that? How do you chafe sat down? It's no good, this. Throw in Garner, get rid of it. Yeah, well played. Thought I went out for the corner, that. Madueke needs to come off. Can you imagine England going out to Cape Verde? I remember we went out to Iceland. I know that was easier to go out to than Cape Verde, but imagine. Yeah. Remember when we were knocked out by by Iceland? That was shocking. Was that under McLaren, that? Dark day, that. Dark time, that. And that's why, is that when Big Sam came in then after that? Jordan Ayew with a corner. Whipped in. Whoa. Yeah, Paul. I am Paul, yeah. Yeah. I'll be a bit more PC. I won't bring it on, but yeah, I certainly am. Certainly am, mate. 1,000,000%. Exactly how much I'm sweating like. Funny. Come on, England. The coldest shower is needed after this. Jed Spence into Anderson, back to Spence. Free kick England. We've really struggled to get Harry Kane in the game. We've really struggled to get Harry Kane in this game. Declan Rice, Conte, Gahey again, getting all the ball. Elliot Anderson, got to go back. Talk shite, say Leeds are interested in Balogun, Matty. Go on. Yeah, get up there. He's not in that. No in that. Don't say talk shite. I sometimes use them as a sauce, Bill. Yeah, I'll have to have a look at that, mate. I'll have to have a look at that. Has that just been a recent post? I'm enjoying doing rumour roundups at the minute. Really enjoying it. I know it's not for everyone, the transfer rumours, and some people aren't too happy about all the rumours, but I do enjoy them. Do enjoy a good rumour. Whipped in. Honestly, Madueke, get him off the pitch. Get him off the pitch. He's having a shocker. He's not playing well at all. Our wide men today have been poor. Madueke and Gordon. For me, they shouldn't have started today. They certainly shouldn't start the next game against Panama. They should not start the next game against Panama. Our front three have been poor today. I think defence and I think midfield's been pretty good. To be fair, I just think our front three's been really poor. Hiya, pal. How you doing, David? How you doing, mate? All Leeds, aren't we? Steve, Matt, I got to leave for home now. It's been a pleasure being here with you in the chat. You really are a top man with a great family. Hopefully when season starts, we can catch up at Ellen Road. But good to Steve, I'd love to meet you, mate. Absolutely. Anyone who wants to meet me, mate, just give me a shout. 100%. Got time for anyone, mate. But if you want to meet, I'm happy with that. Thank you so much, mate. Take care. Much love to you and the family. Thank you for saying that, buddy. Appreciate it. You should have taken Callin. Am I missing something there? You should have taken Callin. Lewin? Calvert-Lewin? I don't know what that means. Not sure, pal. Boring so far. Yeah, Michael, it's not the best. But again, I'll keep saying it to try and make myself feel better. You've got to peak, haven't you, at these tournaments. So it is what it is. Get through your group. Make sure you know your best 11, which he's already tweaked it today, bringing two defensive changes in. Go on, well played. Gordon out to Spence. Go on. Rice, back to... Finish it then, Gordon. Oh, Jude. Go on. Madueke. Moment. Oh, deflected. Cleared. Jed Spence is looking good. Looking good. Yeah, no worries, pal. I thought that's what you meant, mate. Do you remember Glenn Hoddle's 98 squad process with Eileen Drury dropping Gaza? Yeah, I mean, I was a massive fan of Paul Gascoigne. Massive fan. Loved him. Absolutely loved Gaza. And I remember him not getting picked for that. And I was fucking gutted for him. Saying that 96 was my first proper tournament. I remember him scoring that volley against that chip over Hendry's head onto his right foot, bottom corner volley at Wembley against the Scots. Yeah, great memory as a kid growing up, that being 9-year-old jumping around the house when he scored that. Big fan of Gaza when he got dropped in 98. What a big shock. Big shock. Oh, come out, Youths again. Close window. I think I live in a bad area, I really don't, but it's just full of them. Declan Rice on this left edge. Back inside. Dropping deep now. Kane trying to get on ball. Spence. Good ball, Madueke. What can he do? Loses it again. Tough there, though. Throwing England. I'll be back tomorrow 9 p.m, Matty. Take care. Cheers, Steve. I'll see you tomorrow at 10. Hopefully for a decent show with the legend Scott from Leeds Lens. Got there in end, David. Oh, Garner are through here. Jed Spence. You're not beating Jed Spence for pace. Great one-on-one defender as well. Stands his ground well. Chip back in, though. Oh, it's going to be a free kick, that, no. It won't ball. Play on. I thought I'd give a free kick away there. Look at Jude go. Look at engine on Jude. Look at him overlapping Gordon here. Well done. Honestly, Gordon, man, your pants. Why is he playing? Look at little lad. Go on, lad. Catch you later. See you later, buddy. 0-0 or 1-0 defeat written all over it. If it wasn't England v Ghana, mate, and this were any other game, I'd probably say yeah, but I just don't think we'll concede in this. And I think we'll score. Go on, Jude. But I know what you mean. It's that kind of game, innit, where you can just see a breakaway goal, but I don't think they've shown enough to tell me they'll get a goal. But I get what you mean. I get where you're coming from. A draw will be a victory for Ghana. Of course it will. Bellingham is so petulant, says Robbo. Elliot Anderson. Back out to Gordon. Come on, Gordon. Stand your man up. Come on. Do him. Goes outside. Is that a corner ball? Been taken out there. Free kick. I'll call this now, yeah, and pull me if I'm wrong. I've got a feeling Gordon's going to be a massive, massive failure at Barcelona. Does anyone think he's going to go there? Bearing in mind at Barcelona, you're playing on the wing for Barcelona. You've had players like Messi. They've got Lamine Yamal on the other side. Even to compare to Rashford, I think Rashford got 10 goals and 8 assists or something, which is probably deemed low for a winger at Barcelona. I don't think he even gets their numbers next season. Does anyone think Gordon goes there and rips it up and gets 15 goals, 15 assists, like predominantly like a really talented Real Madrid or Barcelona winger would do? Or do you think Gordon will be a flop? I honestly do not see him being a success at Barcelona. I hope he is. He's English. I don't mind it. But I've never massively rated Gordon. I don't get the hype. Ball by Rice. It's in. Oh, no, it's not. Picked out Anderson there. Is that another corner? Yeah, corner ball, England. Oh, free header that. It's a great ball to the back post. Great movement by Anderson there. Oh, good block there by the number 8 Ghanaian. Another corner. Bench warmer, yeah. I think the intention is he goes and starts, but I think he'll find himself at bench, Rob, I do. Yeah, they probably won't. Is it too late for replacements from home if we pick up major injuries? I'm not sure, mate. Obviously, before tournament started, Livramento dropped out, didn't he? But I'm not sure outside that. How you doing, Trevor? Need Rashford on. Kane, he's past it. Nah, mate, not having that. Gordon to Leeds next season, mate. I thought you were going, Steve. Don't go. You don't have to, but I'm saying, can't see Gordon at Barca. I agree. Stupid money. Ridiculous. 70 million quid. Go on. Oh, it's over. Elliot Anderson again. The target, but this one's over. Need to make some subs now. Come on, Tuchel. Yeah, I just 70 million quid's just mental. 41 people watching. We've got 44 likes. Thank you very much. Can we get to 50? If you haven't smashed a like and you are currently one of the 45 people watching, please do me a solid. Smash a like. Let's try and get to 50 likes on the stream. Bit of a quieter night than normal, but there is a lot of people that don't associate this channel with England, which is absolutely fine. But I do like doing watch-alongs, and England are on, so why not do it? But yeah, I appreciate anyone who's watching it with me. I really do. Ghana would bite their own hand off for a draw right now. Yeah, I am out now. Might I see you tomorrow? See you later, Steve. Do one more comment, Steve. I dare you. One more comment. One more, Steve. Got me a free kick. Free kick came on. Go on, Steve. One more. One more. Don't go. Don't go. One more. Hope I'm wrong about Kane. Robbo. Kane's best striker in the world right now, mate. In the world. Norway Whites, Haaland. Harry Kane is the best number 9 in the world right now. Should win the Ballon d'Or, but won't. If Dembele wins it again, it's a bloody rig. Harry Kane is the best number 9 in the world right now at 32 years of age. Fact. Fact. 60 goals for Bayern Munich. It's the best version of Harry Kane right now. And obviously, it's the oldest version of Harry Kane. Because as we all know, we are all the oldest versions of ourselves right now. My God, I feel it as well. That ain't even my chair squeaking. That's me back. Disagree. Oh, mate, it's subjective. It's opinions. It's football. I think there'll be a lot more people would agree. That probably is the best number 9 in the world right now than not. Oh, it's ricocheted. Go on. Go on. Oh, it's over. Left-footed shot there by Madueke. Get him off. Yeah, does anyone else agree? The 46 people in chat that Harry Kane is the best 9 in the world right now. And I know you've got Mbappe doing Mbappe stuff in this World Cup. He didn't have the best season in Real Madrid. Don't want the horrendous, but obviously you've got Haaland. Obviously is outstanding, but I do genuinely think based on the last 12 months, Harry Kane is the best 9 right now in the world. Is he better Then Haaland, people may say no. Haaland seems to be one of the best, really, doesn't he? But based on this last season, I think it's hard to look past Harry Kane as Ballon d'Or winner for me. I think he's been outstanding, absolutely outstanding. Yeah, not many people do. I've watched maybe 3 or 4 full 90-minute performances of him. The cup final they were in as well when they won Bundesliga. But yeah, I love Haaland, Robbo. I absolutely love Haaland. But I think based on the last 12 months, Harry Kane's been the best 9 this season. I think that's fair to say. And if anyone says, yeah, he plays for Bayern Munich, he should be doing well. Well, you can say the same for Haaland playing for Man City. He should be doing well, But Haaland's my favourite number 9 in world football outside Calvert-Lewin, of course. And here comes Nico O'Reilly and Saka. Is that going to be a full... I know, he'll be on left foot and Saka will be on right. Unless he's going to make a change in midfield. Is he going to take Jed Spence off it? Because Jed Spence has actually played okay. Is this going to be a bit of a different subby? Is O'Reilly going to go to left back where he started in the last game? Be interesting because I do think Jed Spence has looked okay on that left-hand side. Or is he going to play him further forward with him being tall, physical? It's been quite a physical game and then try to get ball into the box. Is that going to feed into maybe playing Nico O'Reilly a bit further higher up? Interesting. Damn you, Matty, I'll never get home. Right, Steve, that's it now. No more, pal, no more. Get yourself home, kid. Love it. Saka on, Gordon off. Jed Spence, yeah, took him off. Fair enough. Yeah, straight swap at left back then. 59 pence. Yeah, Kane's the best 9 at the minute. Yeah, he is, Richard, for me. Yeah, Harry Kane is in the top 1. He's got to be. Is Ballon d'Or European Award or World Football of the Year? I think it's a European Award, mate, I think. Best player in Europe, innit? I mean, we say world football anyway. It's the best teams are in Europe, aren't they? Leeds should just buy Haaland. Imagine. I'd love them to. I'd love them to. Kane is number 1, the complete striker. Yeah, he is. He is. Right now, he's the best in the world. He really is. And I think he can continue at that level for another 2, 3, 4 years. I really do. I don't think Harry Kane's going to retire anytime soon. I genuinely feel like he'll go like Lewandowski. I think he'll, depend on England, you never know if there's someone coming through, maybe he won't want to stop their pathway, but at the minute, there isn't many coming through of that level, is there, for a striker? So it wouldn't surprise me to see Harry Kane still playing for England at Euros when he's 34, maybe next World Cup at 36. We'll have to see. Spence might be spent. I've just seen Steve. He said, see you, mate. Yeah, he's gone now, Anna. He's gone. I'm sorry about Gordon. I just don't see me neither, mate. Mighty gives a song. No. Time to say goodbye. Get gone, Steve. Oh, ball up the top. Pickford comes out. Free kick England, apparently. Oh, Gara are fuming. But, oh, what happened there? We're too busy serenading Steve. Declan Rice gets caught there. Ball up at top. They're in behind. Pickford come. Oh, has he caught him there? Paul, that by Pickford. He has caught him, and he ain't won ball. He's gone past the ball. I feel like the Ghanaian run into him, to be fair. Pickford sort of stops, turns his back, and they just collide. I don't think it's... Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, not quite. Do you reckon that? He hasn't got the ball, but I don't think he's... I think he's just sort of stopped and they've just hit each other. Hey, get on with game, innit? Let's get on with game. O'Reilly. If Leeds can't have him, then Scotty Parker for England. No, thanks. How you doing, Sly? Are you good, Paul? I'd like Kane to have a string of injuries, then get fixed at Leeds. We had emergency ward 10. Send him off. Send the bugger off. 45 likes. 5 more to get us to that magical 50. If you haven't liked the stream, please do so. Not that it matters if I get 50 or 45. It don't really matter. Just like to set little goals. Do you know what I mean? Goals. Oh, goals. We'd like to see one of them. Go on, Harry Kane. Left foot strike. Harry Kane. Oh. First sniffer goal Harry Kane's had. Gets it on target. And it's a comfortable save for keeper. You want to watch him? I've been watching with our Theo because obviously our Theo loves his football. been watching Harry Kane's training drills. There's quite a lot of them on YouTube. He's, for striking a ball and he's just finishing drills in box. Unbelievable finish. The way he trains and stuff. Artheo's been taking a bit of inspiration from Harry Kane, especially with the World Cup being on. He's wanted to watch a bit more on YouTube about him, learning his skills and his ball mastery and all that. But yeah, watching Harry Kane in training, Artheo's been trying to model his game with him, bless him. Elliot Anderson out to O'Reilly. Out again to Madueke, who switched sides to allow Saka obviously play on that right and come off that right onto his left. Concert out to Saka. Come on then, Bakayo. You always turn up for England. Always turn up for England. Yeah, you missed the pen, but you still turn up. Concert into Anderson again, who's always available for that ball. Bellingham, nice one touch. Back to Gahey into Anderson. Everyone behind ball for Ghana. It's so difficult to break through these, isn't it? Need to show a different way to win this, England. Come on. Madueke. Good ball with left. Header by Saka. He's over the bar. We need to be careful. He says, Paul, these free Leeds targets, what's the natural positions? I've heard conflicting information. 9, 10, etc. Well, Shea Charles is a defensive midfielder, so can play in like a double pivot. Likes to play in front of the back, 3 back, 4 back, 5, however many defenders you play. Drop deep, get the ball, progress it. So he's a DM, similar to Ampadu, but you'd expect him to come in and maybe replace Gruev. And you've got Brandt is an out-and-out 10, but can play out wide on both sides, but he's an out-and-out 10. He's that creative 10 that we've been wanting for a long time. And Wilson can play 10. Apparently that's where Villa would like him to operate, although he wouldn't start every game for me. But then again, if I lose Rodgers, who knows? But yeah, predominantly Harry Wilson is a right winger who likes to step in on that left foot and create or bags it into the top corner because he's an absolute bagsman. But yeah, that's where it is. So we're sort of looking at a DM, a 10, and a wide right winger who can play inside. He does like to invert, and he's always looking at cutting. Oh, there's Trafford. Look, there's Leeds' new goalkeeper. I wish. But there's a bit of flexibility in Brandt and Wilson, to be fair. There's a bit of flexibility. Wilson, I want, and I believe gets done in the next 48 to 72 hours. I think Wilson gets done. And I certainly think Shea Charles gets done. Pickford should be off. Stop to goal scoring opportunity at the ref ball. Healy, give over, mate, through your Irish tinted glasses. Pickford should be off there. He came out, he turned his body and practically stopped, and then the Ghanaian ran into him. He didn't stick a leg out. He didn't even foul him. He ran it was a collision. But for me, Pickford had stopped his momentum, mate, and the Ghanaian ran into him. Nah, I'm not having that, mate. I'm not having that. Take your green tinted glasses off you bugger. Who scores for us, Kane or Bellingham? For me, Paul, it's one of them two that bag it. I think they'll both stay on. And I think they're as big as two players, so I can see one of them two winning it. I think we'll win this 1-0. Ghana are defending so well, seem to double. Yeah, they do. They're doing really well. Fair play to them. And what we'd be doing if England weren't playing now, we'd be cheering Ghana on to hold on to this. Get Leeds back on sale. Go on, Leeds. Body check. I think Pickford stopped. I think Pickford stopped and Ghana ran into him. I certainly don't think it was a foul at all. Not when you watched it back. Hydration break. Shandy Bass. Oh, Healy. I forgot to ask you yesterday. I didn't see in group. How did Shamrock Rovers get on? I know you went to watch him yesterday, didn't they? Did you win? Did you win? Saka to score. England haters, lol. Still obstructed. Oh, I took Bellingham off. Oh, he's done the sub. Anderson off. What? Is Madueke still on pitch? Anderson off. Eze on. Rodgers on. How's Madueke still on pitch? Not having it. Not having it. Nah, talking shit, mate. Bremner's Ghost Roll in August. Born in England. Free kick England. Yeah, I think that's what's needed. Yeah, they are, mate. They are. Is the other Bellingham brother international class? No, Rodgers. I think he's no goals, no assists. When I looked at his Dortmund season about a month or two ago, I think he played a lot of games, like maybe 20 odd 30 odd games. I'm pretty sure I saw no goals, no assists. I think he's been a bit of a flop, but then again, it's a tough gig in it when you Jews brother. But maybe he'll come on. But nah, I think he's played for youth set up lower down a bit under 18s, 19s, etc. But I don't think he's. I don't expect to see him in England squad anytime soon. But you never know. He's still young, still developing. What is he, about 19, 20? Mad to think he signed for Dortmund for 20 million quid. If he doesn't go on to play for England, it'll be wild, I suppose. But at the minute, he's nowhere near it, pal. What Robbo, explain to me, please, because I saw Ian Wright really sticking up for him with this as well. Why has he got a bad attitude? What's bad about Bellingham? To say the word serious attitude, please tell me why he's got a serious attitude problem. Please tell me this, because all I see is him running up and down that field, making challenges, absolutely workhorse, and he comes up with big moments. Thinking, what has he done that's a bad attitude? I'd love to know, because I hate this, mate. I hate when people say someone's got a bad attitude. For what reason? As a dirty Leeds fan, I don't care if Pickford fouled. The games need spice up anyway. It does. I've seen you again. Don't listen to this, Kev Smith. I don't know who you are, pal, but I've seen you going around every Leeds United YouTube channel saying this. You commented on one of my videos the other day, knowing that you can't really Google 5 Live to see if that comment's been made. That has not happened. You wrote that on my one of my videos 2 or 3 days ago. I've seen you write it today on another YouTube channel as well. You must be getting your kicks out of just a little bit of banter. The banter is all good, but that has not happened, pal. I know that for a fact. But again, that's the 3rd time I've seen you write that now in the last 3 days. But yeah, just enjoy the game, mate. And just start it on YouTube or something. Yes, add the spice bag. Madueke on the left. These subs, we need a goal. Oh. Again, though, Robbo. Again, tell me why. Why is he a bell end? Because he's rich, good at football, good looking, young, got all his life ahead of him. Why is he a bell end? For me, that just sounds like you're jealous, Robbo. And you know I like him, mate, we're mates, but like genuinely, I just think that sounds like you're jealous. Why is he a bell end? Why is Jude Bellingham a bell end? Yeah, I don't get that, mate. I genuinely don't. I think that's just a wild way of talking about someone. Give me some context of why he's got a serious bad attitude. Come on, get up and get on game. Jesus Christ. Spence has a serious attitude problem. Not Bellingham, arguably England's best player. Yeah, Pickford on the spice bag. Honduran officials is Adam Ant. Sorry, I just came back to the phone. Like people. Thanks so much, man. Cheers, pal. Have it, says Bremner Ghost. Have it. So Bellingham has had the same goals and assists as me. Drew 1-1 against Derry. Didn't play great, but still 6 points clear of Shelbourne is second, having 2 games. Sound, mate. Glad you had a good. Glad it was a good one. Glad I have a good season, should I say. At least got to see a goal, Healy. At least got to see a goal. Unlike us tonight. This is poor, man. This is pouring. I didn't expect this today. If England didn't win this tournament, I hope we don't see it's coming home bullshit. Steve Spad, how you doing, mate? It's mad, isn't it? Remember, it's that 30 years of hurt. Now it's fucking 60. 60 years of hurt. That momentum graph. Been all one-sided, but again, done naught with it. Do we think England are too nice? I think people quote Paper Talk. How the hell would we know what attitude? Yeah, I don't get it, me. For me, when someone says something like that, they're just jealous of Jude Bellingham. Oh, they're in here. Ghana are in. Never. Penalty. Is that a penalty? Eze, Absolutely bashed off a ball. He's onside. Who hacks him here? That's a penalty, that. He hasn't even won ball there. Is that Gahey or Conser? It's a penalty. Eh? Is that not a penalty? Eh? Is that just me or I'm sure Conser just hacked him down, no? I'm sure Conser just hacked him down. Palmer would have scored. With Pep leaving, can you envisage a rapid decline in City? Yeah, I can, mate. Have you seen odds on Man City getting relegated next season? So that bookies don't get stung. Have you actually looked at the odds of Manchester City getting relegated next season? About 14-1. They're so low because there's a chance that the 115 counts come out get sorted out, then they get absolutely shafted. But yeah, they could do. I don't rate Maresca either. I think he's poor. DCL and Bogle would have improved this England team, says Michael Brown. How you doing? We all dream of a team of Michael Browns. A team of Michael Browns. A team of Michael Browns. Number 1, Michael Brown. Number 2, Michael Brown. Number 4,310, Michael Brown. I dream of a Michael Brown in my team, mate. Love Michael Brown when he was at Leeds, even though he was very, very average. I just loved that we had him for a laugh. It was funny. Funny times. Funny times when we were shit. It's just all serious now, and it with Leeds. Now we've got better and stuff. I so wish I had a YouTube channel when we were going to Leighton Orient and stuff like that and going to Yeovil. Imagine that. Fucking hilarious. It's coming home. Oh, my brother's in. 2 Yorkshire. Oh, it might not be my brother. Might be one of the other lads. 2 Yorkshire, 4 Saint. Anyone like rugby league? Go check out 2 Yorkshire, 4 Saint. 2 Yorkshire fans, Hull KR, Leeds Rhinos, and then a St Helens fan. Hence the title. And the Leeds fan is my brother Jordan. But yeah, Rugby League podcast. I think they were closing on 200 subscribers, 198 when I looked yesterday. Go check out 2 Yorkshire for saying if you like your rugby league, yeah, go check them out. Good stuff. Was a good game. Was physical enough. James McLean was playing for Derry. And got booked after a few. Did he stay on pitch? I hate James McLean. I hate him. Hate him. I thought that should have been a penalty. I love the guys a few years ago. Always Chelpin had a go at the England fans a year or two ago. Again, though, he gets a lot of stick, mate. He gets a hell of a lot of stick, does Jude. A lot of pressure on him. I think he handles himself really good for England, Rob. I really do. But at the end of the day, it's your opinion. But I just think, I think he's there to be shot at and people fire shots at him and you've got to take it. But no issue at all with Jude Bellingham other than just buzzing his English and playing for us. Look to Penn. I don't understand why that didn't go to VAR. I literally do not understand why that wasn't a penalty. It was through on goal. Conser come round and hacked his shin. Didn't even win ball. I don't know what I missed there, but for me, Garner should have had a penalty. I'm blagged by that. I don't actually get it. See you later, Mucker. Please like. Cheers, David. See you later, Mucker too. Just got lucky. No one remembered Bellingham having a go at the fans. Mate, it happens. It happens. I can't recall, to be fair, but it happens. Cheers, Carl. No worries, pal. You're the old Kiara, aren't you? But yeah, go check them out if you like rugby league. Say there's only 35 in tonight for the England game, but if it's any of you that want to go check out 2 Yorkshire for a Saint, go bloody do it. Ball by Saka, headed out by Garner. Come on, England. Conser, what was that? It'll be a free kick. Paul, that by Gay. He rags him down. Worried of the threat on the counter. I'm not jealous. There's no way I could ever compete. So not point of being jealous or something I will never achieve. I get that, Robbo. But in life, when someone just hammers someone, which I think is a little bit harsh, I will always suggest jealousy is the main cause. I'm not saying you're jealous of Jude Bellingham because you think you could do better. Obviously, I'm not. But I do think in general, that is something I would say to my son. If someone's been a bit of a dick for no reason, I would just say, maybe they're jealous. You know what I mean? And for a second, Robbo, I thought you were a bit of a dick. So it is what it is. Why you being a dick? Because you can be. We all can be. I know Howie's Welshish, but I'd love Vinnie Jones in this game. I definitely think we were too nice. Yeah, Vinnie Jones would be. He won't be on pitch still, would he? Let's be honest. He won't be on pitch still. I'm jealous of McLean, yeah. Too right. Come on now. Come on, Rashford. Nice little ball. He's already done more than Madueke. No, yeah, no free kick. They're not getting that, O'Reilly. Why do you hate McLean? Here we go, context. Because he is a twat, mate. McLean is a twat. I am massively bothered. If McLean played for Leeds, I'd have loved him. But yeah, how many red cards do you have to name? The way he plays football, just like Hannibal for Burnley, just can't stand him as a player. But I think it's a lot different to you hating Jude Bellingham, to be fair. Plus, Jude Bellingham plays for England, where English was supporting Jude Bellingham. McLean never played for Leeds. But yeah, McLean's just not a very nice footballer. Well, come on. There's the context. He's just, yeah, there's a lot of things he's done on the football pitch and off it as well that you can't really buy into. Can't people drop their agendas and support their country? Yes. Go on, Paul. Go on, Paul. But you did say I'm jealous. Hey, mate, and I'll always say it. You're jealous of Jude Bellingham. I hate people doing well by cheating. Yeah, nobody wants to cheat, mate. Haley, no chance up the Garner. But a nice little chilled stream. This football's been bad, though, hasn't it? Oh, look how he separated it to make out his bell. Nah, man, not having that. All joking apart, Vinny could play. Howard regretted selling him when we were promoted. Yeah, he could play, mate. He could. Yeah, Paul's giving it back now. Class. Oh, come on, England. 5 minutes to go, plus injury time. Rashford, great ball. Oh, good defending again by Garner. Defended so well. Out to Saka. Go on, Saka. Go on. Go on. Oh, save keeper. It's not meant to be tonight, is it? Good save. That's what Saka can do, though, isn't it? Oh, go on. Oh, Harry Kane. Rodgers. Go on. It's in. All of it, bar. It's in. Oh, my God, Harry Kane. Robbo, don't say a word, mate. He's still best player in the world at the minute. Best striker in the world. Oh, Harry Kane. Never. How have you put that over? No way. Yes, Robbo. Haaland would have scored that. Great header by O'Reilly. Honestly, Harry Kane, the one player in world football you would want that to falter. On his left foot, I don't care. That has to be a goal, Harry Kane. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It's a great effort that by Saka. Great save. I can't believe England aren't winning this after that. Oh. Yeah, let's not give him Robbo the Lee Peltiers. I can't believe we haven't scored that. Cannot believe it. Carl, honestly. How's he put that over? How's he put that over? Oh. Calvert-Lewin has scored it. No, he won't. England make it out for themselves today, yeah. Again, it doesn't have no massive bearing for me if we win this game or not. You know, I'd expect us to go beat Panama, 7 points out of 9. You top your group and you move on, don't you? But they'll take a massive praise in getting a clean sheet if it plays out this way. But the attack's been very clunky tonight. Very clunky. Could say the change in defence have worked. I think Gahey and Conson have looked better, but they've still had a couple of moments, haven't they, where they've got him behind us. Rashford, long ball. Nice diagonal there. Kept in by Saka. Throwing England. Yeah, there is time yet, mate. Ayase from Japan would have scored that, by the way. Let's go. Yeah, here, Sly. I'm all over that, bro. Ayase, Ada. Go get him. Go get him from Feyenoord. He would have worth about 25 to 30 million before the tournament started. 2 years left in his contract. He's going to be worth a lot more than that the way he's playing for Japan. He was brilliant in first game, but didn't score. Got 2 goals in second game. Outstanding player. He'd be my number 1 choice for a striker, Sly. But I think it's going to be a tough one to do. But there is interest from Leeds, that's for sure. Yeah, there will, Paul. 100%, mate. Healy's just mixing it, man. Rashford. Come on, England. You know what I always think? Situations like this, right? Saturday now, it probably won't have a big bearing. We'll get through group and all that, right? And it goes down as a boring game. But there'll be fans, won't there, that have paid, say, $5,000, say, to fly out there for this one game, Mental that, isn't it, when you look at it? No, don't, I sometimes say when I got well and road, 0-0 or a 1-0 loss, I haven't even got to celebrate a goal and have that moment. Imagine, say, someone's paid $5,000 all in, $6,000, maybe more. Hotel flights, ticket for game, and this is the game you see. This is the game. Gutted. Green for jealousy. This feels like a cup game against a low league team. In terms of international ability, Leeds, man, it is, isn't it? That's what this is. International football is the pinnacle. As a player, that's what they say. There's a lot of players growing up don't play for the team they supported as a kid. So England, they will have done. So yeah, England's a pinnacle. They say, don't there's a footballer. But yeah, I mean, international football, there is some easy games in there. You play teams like San Marino in qualifying and stuff, don't you? Oh, so Semenyo have been a handful. And obviously Ghana are a good side, have some good players, but they're not on level with England, but they are on the scoreboard in this game, and they've done really well defensively. How many shots on target England had today? 2 or 3. Should be beating these. Yeah, if that. Yeah. That Saka shot was probably the best one I've seen on target. Come on now, guys. Let's stop it. He's put a smiley face on about Spuds. Let's not go there with that, Robbo. Can't be arsed with that. Sean Healy likes a potato. We know that. Sean Healy will be first to say that. Let's not get petty in the chat. Bill's gone quiet as well. I love football, but I just can't justify paying extortionate prices. Yeah, exactly. Playing for Leeds is a pinnacle. Wash your mouth out, son. It is if you're from Leeds, pal. What? Oh, it is someone like Calvin playing for Leeds, he'll say that's probably pinnacle. But I think most footballers don't play for the team they supported as a kid, do they? They don't play for the team they supported as a kid, so I think most footballers would say playing for the country. Agendas will agenda, some would say. 5 minutes left of injury time. Can England get a winner here? Declan Rice. Come on, Declan. Straight through for a goal kick. Shocking. Honestly, Robbo, you don't need to start getting like with me, pal. Genuinely, he said the word Spuds. Mate. Let's just curb it, yeah. You started being a dick about an England player. A couple of people's give you some shit back. Just take it, mate. Just take it. It's not that deep. Corner ball, England. Literally, look what Sean and Paul are saying to each other, mate. Sean and Paul, Blue Cantrell. Start talking about this mental health channel, trying to make out as if I let everything go. Let's not fucking start with that, mate. Sat here sweating my tits off watching England game with you. What's up with you? Oh. Corner ball, come on. Rice. Yep. Oh, fuck's sake. We're back in, second. Go on. Oh my God, off the line. Oh my God, off of the line. This is mental. Where were this urgency? For previous 90 minutes, man. Come on. Oh, keeper's done well again. Keeper's done well. Can't believe this. Did Kane peak too soon? Nah. Yeah, I mean, he had that many chances. Just best chance at game. Go on. Is it a confidence thing with Calvin or burnout from the Bielsa regime? I don't know. I don't know. It's just there might not have been a bigger fall off in football since Dele Alli. Might be the biggest fall off since Dele Alli. Go on, get there, keep it in. Corner ball. 2 minutes left. But yeah, it's mad what's happened to Calvin, Roger. There's no two ways about that, Paul. Yeah, too right. Leaving it late. They are. Cheers, Leeds, man. Thanks a lot, buddy. Appreciate that, mate. Appreciate that, my mate. Come on, England. See, I just can't stop thinking about fans that have travelled there, me. Who might be going home tomorrow after watching this one game. Brutal. Look at them. Fingers crossed. Sub for Ghana. Media will have a field day because I don't think any country have got media like England have media. Quite enjoy England slipping up just to hammer them, don't they? Rice. Headed away. Oh, free kick. Come on. Minute left of stoppage time. This will be the game. What an absolute poor showing by England. Yeah, hard to defend how poor that's been, to be fair. Very hard to defend. We've got us 50 likes, by the way. 54 likes. So, yeah, not that anyone going to lose sleep over it, but 54 likes, so I appreciate that. Really appreciate everyone tuning in for this absolute boring performance. Carlos Queiroz, ex-Manchester United number 2, under Sir Alex. Nice play, Pickford. We've got one last chance. Seconds remaining. Shocking. Game ends 0-0. What's Harry Kane moaning at? He's not happy. Harry Kane's not happy. Keep up the good work, mate. Catch you later. Cheers, Carl. Take it easy, my mate. Take it easy. It's like a win for Ghana, that, innit? Fair play. Still win it. Yeah, we will, Michael. We'll go beat Panama. I'd expect that we'll go beat them pretty well. And we'll win group on 7 points. But yeah, poor. And they're the kind of games where Tuchel's going to have to speak to media and defend his selection. Because, like I say, should Foden be there? Maybe not. Should Palmer be there? Maybe not. But this select Morgan Gibbs-White, these players who, when you don't unlock the defence and you've got no answers for how other defence are playing on the keeper and you need a difference maker to come on, yeah, I would argue we've got that. The wingers were brought on, Rashford, Saka, Rodgers, but there'll always be questions when they don't do it. So, yeah. Late night lead starts now. Well, not exactly. I'm still here. If you've got what to say about Leeds, slide, drop it in though, mate. I'm still here for now. I'll do another 5-10 minutes if people want to chat. But yeah, I'm hoping to bring late night Leeds back for 10 o'clock on a Friday soon. Yeah, the lads want a bit of a break, but it will be firing fit and strong for the start of the season, that's for sure. Yeah, Thomas Christiansen, Panama. Yeah, Norway Whites, there you go. I can't even say no to you, mate. I can't say Haaland would have won that for Norway. Haaland would have buried that after I'd said that Kane's better than Haaland currently. But if I were picking a player to join Leeds, I'd pick Haaland over Kane, even though Kane, I think, has had a better season and is currently the best 9 in the world, who just missed an absolute belting chance to win the game. Gutted. Poor that England, but perhaps a reminder not to take Panama too lightly. Yeah, exactly. So they'll get through group anyway, won't they? But it's not ideal that. Started off really well going forward in the first game, but conceded 2 games. What have they done? 2 defensive changes. They've shored up the defence, but then lacked a goal for it. I fully expect us to go beat Panama and win the group. I do. Yeah, England top, on goal difference, Ghana second. I think England, Ghana, and Croatia go through, and Panama go out. I want England going into games wound up and hungry. This isn't the worst. Yeah, I mean, I get that Leedsman. It'll give him hunger going into the Panama game, but should have had hunger today, and it was just a little bit drab on it. Yeah, I would always do that. Back to the Southgate drama for me, up Donny. Reality check, Matty, just to kick up the arse. Yeah, no, it is. It is. Haaland better than Kane, Yorkshire's finest. I think this time next week, I think we have 2 new players. Rich, I think we get at least 1 fruit door this week. I actually think we get 2 fruit door. If I hear out, I will let you know. But yeah, I am pretty much the same as everyone watching now. I am refreshing Twitter like mad, thinking at some point Harry Wilson comes through the door. I even texted my mate again today. But yeah, there's no more news on any of it. So yeah, Shea Charles and Harry Wilson, I think, happened before Friday. Unless Harry Wilson, because of the whole contract thing on the on the 1st of July, is that when we'll announce it? It doesn't have to be the case, but is that when it will happen? I'm not sure. I'm new to the channel and look forward to watching your content or Leeds that way, MOT. Cheers, Day. Really appreciate that, buddy. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Plenty of content on here, mate. Daily content. So, yeah, you might get bored of me because it's that much. I kind of ram it down your throat because I fucking love doing it. Yeah, I swear quite a bit. I'm passionate. It's a bit new. Not new to me, but in terms of I'm that passionate fan that sort of shows you my experience going to games, and I love talking about the game I've watched and the game coming up. The sort of transfer rumours and speculation means I've got to read day, and I'm not a big reader. I've got a double D in English, which is also my bra size. But yeah, I did like English, but yeah, I'm not the best reader, to be fair. So, but I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the sort of new challenges that sort of are what is pre-season, or the off-season, where you're having to do a bit of reading, researching, and it's not sort of my bag. I just go off the fields and I wing it. But I'm quite enjoying this new sort of phase I'm in at the minute. I've sort of got a settled show on the daily now with the rumour roundup, which I did a live yesterday, did brilliant. I've been doing the pre-records as well if I ain't got time to do a live, and they've been going brilliant. The views of in between 2 and 3,500 show that people are enjoying them, even though a lot of people don't like rumours. It's definitely engaging with people. They are liking watching them. So I'm really happy with the channel at the minute, mate. So thanks for being a noob, and I hope you enjoy the channel going forward, mate. Appreciate it. Anthony Gordon moving to Barcelona yet. Getting pocketed by Donny. I honestly don't think he's a success out by Barca. I really don't. Haters will be in shortly. Oh, here come Wales Island. There we go. Here we go. Any news on a keeper or 9? I know, Paul. They are the 2 quietest spots currently at the squad, aren't they, really? We found out yesterday, didn't we, that from Adam Pope in the podcast, and don't go to bed just yet, that we turned down a bid in January of this roughly the same money we paid for Perry. And we turned that down. Does that mean Leeds value Perry, or did it just mean in January they weren't prepared to lose a player they'd only just signed 6 months prior? We'll have to see. Goalkeeper, I think you're literally waiting to find out what happens with Darlow. I think if Darlow stays, we go with what we've got. And then 9, I have not got a clue. That is the quietest spot for me at the minute. There's just no indication that we're looking at anybody. I've said earlier, Paul, I hear say Ada for the Japanese choice. There's a few options out there, but yeah, currently nobody being spoke about there. Is it a vital position? For me, it is. It's not for everybody else. So I love that. Keep being passionate. Love Leeds, and I think I'll be hooked listening, buddy. I appreciate that, mate. I hope so. Mate. I'd like to keep you coming back for more. Appreciate that, mate. Hope everything's good your end. Any keepers that you've seen the World Cup that you want for Leeds? The Australian keeper wasn't half bad. The Australian keeper were all right, yeah. Obviously, I've been taking a keen eye on Suzuki, with him being linked to Leeds. But outside that, not really, mate. No one's really massively stood out to me. I don't know what you mean by Australian keeper, but Suzuki's the one only one I've really been looking at. But 30+ million, I'm not too sure Leeds go there. How many weeks until late night Leeds is back? I'm missing it. Yeah, Rich, I'm missing it. You'd have to ask Adam and Bosnas. If I'm honest, they wanted a bit of a break, so I don't think you'll see it back till end of July, if I'm honest. Depends if they get the creative juices flowing before we start playing competitive football. But back end of pre-season, mate, I won't lie. But yeah, you know me, I'll do a lot of content. I'm probably going to try and put out a lot of lives on a Friday going forward, maybe just around the same times, like on my own. But yeah, we are tweaking stuff, try to bring back the show on a Friday night, make it better, bigger, different stuff in there. So we'll see what we come back with. I think the rumours just make you ball knowledge better in full time. I enjoy it too. Yeah, cheers, Donny. Yeah, I agree with that. So you've got to do a bit of research, a bit of looking at you, and you do stumble across players that you may not have seen or heard of before, and you become a bit more knowledgeable about the bigger picture. If I wanted to watch a bunch of crabs, I'd have gone to the beach. Game's gone. Whatever happened to getting it in the mixer? Yeah, I love that. Funny. Jamie Lowe, other strikers must love being taken to World Cup to sit on the bench. Yeah, well, that's it. And Kane had a shock at Ollie Watkins, should have replaced him sideways, backwards, no energy in that team. Yeah, I think Ghana were just too deep. And I think Ollie Watkins thrives in space, being behind. Don't get me wrong, Ollie Watkins is a great player. And yeah, you could have argued he could have come on. He could have even brought Ivan Toney on for a big body, someone who could have bullied defenders a bit. Yeah, but Harry Kane, a bit like the Ronaldo effect, he's always going to be in there. He's going to play 90 minutes, even if he's out of form. They'll let him play through form because he only needs that one chance. But he missed it tonight. Paul Smith, do you plan on going full time? I do not, mate. No. What I will say is, there's not a lot of people know this. I'm quite transparent now, but the channel now is earning money. The channel is now earning money. Not masses, but it's earning money. So now, yeah, it's a case of now paying the tax on it and all that stuff. But it's gone from being, oh, that's a nice little bonus, to being a little bit more than that now, you know. So yeah, I mean, full time. What I'll say is, for it to be full time, what it's earning now, it'd have to be maybe 3 times, no, four times probably that. So yeah, I don't think so, mate. If I ever get to a position where I'm on 50 subs plus, like some of the big boys, then things might change. But if I'm honest, I could never gamble on working on a website or an app just in case it went pop. Do you know what I mean? So no, probably never will, mate. Never will. Just have it as a nice little bonus for family. Hopefully be able to look after family better than maybe I have done prior, you know. Whenever. What an embarrassing result of performance. You've gone in hard tonight, George. You've gone in hard, mate. I think we will get Trafford. I'd love that, mate. I don't, but I'd love it. Kind of got lucky with that result. You should do an 11-man squad from the World Cup that you would like at Leeds. Only realistic transfers, of course. Yeah, it's not a bad shout, that, Sly. Not a bad shout. It's hard because, you know what I found, Sly? Doing YouTube for, 18 months now? Maybe a bit longer, 20 months. Is the more things you do that are, I don't know, take more to say. I've done it a few times, done like a better Leeds best 11 and Leeds worst 11. The more thought you put into something on YouTube, the worse it does, and the more because it's all about YouTube. Seeing something like this tonight, you know, in terms of people watching. Thanks so much for everyone who's watched. It's been floating between 30 and 40 people watching. Normally when I go live, it's 150 plus, because this isn't a Leeds. It's not my usual content. It doesn't push it to the people. Less interest, obviously, in this than normal anyway. But if I want to log off here now and set up a lead stream and come straight back on, there'd be double what's in now, you know. Like, the more time I spend on something and editing stuff and putting pictures on, and I'd like this player on, it does worse. So I can go for a walk and just get my thoughts out. A bit of therapy for me, and that, I think that resonates with people more, you know. But that's certainly something I wouldn't mind doing, to be fair. Me and Boston has had a few ideas for bits like that, but yeah, the more editing you do and sort of images you put onto the screen, all that, for me, it doesn't engage with my audience as much. It doesn't do the numbers and sort of, you know, what you'd expect them to do. So I tend to really just sort of just come on and speak my truth and my mind, and that really resonates with the audience that follow me. England bottled 100% record in the group stage. Yeah, I mean, again, it's not the end of the world, mate. It's how you're peaking it. You want to build towards the latter end of the competition. But that might just be let's be fair. Spain couldn't beat Cape Verde. Do you know what I mean, George? And yet you won't rule Spain out winning it. So it's just when Argentina got beat on first game at tournament 4 years ago by Saudi Arabia. We've just drawn 0-0 at Ghana. You know, it's not the end of the world, but it was a drab performance. You know, no one's jumping through hoops over that at all. But again, it's not the end. It's not the worst result in the world either. Could it affect England's group stage? Nah, I don't think so. Charging me for international exposure. Go for it, Ely. Go for it. Smash a like and subscribe. Cheers. Cheers. Wan's Lukey, the help desk. Hold on. Wan's Lukey, the help desk. Help desk. Thank you, help desk. Anyways, right. 2 hours, 40 minutes I've been on. Do me a favor. Smash me a like. Please subscribe to the channel. I will be back tomorrow at 9 p.m. with Mr. Scott from the Leeds Lens. It will be a great chat. Hopefully, we have some big news before then. I may even drop in a transfer rumour roundup earlier on when I finish work, if there's something to talk about, or I may tie it in with the Scott show. So you might get 2 bits of content tomorrow, but it's certainly alive at 9 o'clock tomorrow, which will be during, I can't remember who's playing tomorrow, it will be during a World Cup game, but make sure you tune in at 9 o'clock. Should be a really good chat with me and Scott, get his thoughts on everything Leeds. So yeah, please tune in for that. Tezza, thanks so much as always for watching. Charging Matty for Ina, you're always there, mate, aren't you? Always, man. Thanks so much. Hope you're well, brother. Yeah, take care, everyone, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks so much. England, bit of a bummer tonight, but we move. See you soon. Take care, everyone. Good night. See you soon. Bye-bye.